happened? Someone set up us the bomb. We get signal. What? Main screen turn on. It's you.
How are you, gentlemen? All your base are belong to us. You are on the way to destruction.
What you say?
You have no chance to survive, mate, your time. Ha ha ha. All your base, all your base, don't belong to us. All your base, all your base, don't belong to us. All your base, all your base, don't belong to us. All your base, all your base, don't belong to us. All your base, all your base, don't belong to us. All your base,
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Love Phones. Genie, myself.
Yeah.
AC ditched on us. AC, goodbye, AC.
Because... And you also need to make us doctors. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Oh, this is so important.
We need our
to you.
MDs. Yes, and it's very important.
Let's see, Dr. Genie.
Yeah,
I wonder if I have this like whole thing of female fans that are that actually care about this stupid doctor thing. I don't know. I've stopped doing that years ago, by the way.
No. You're not allowed to stop.
Dr. C, nothing.
I'm just a black screen right now, but that's fine.
You're fine.
Take off every dick.
I want to know why my thing's up.
Take off every dick.
Why my thing's up?
You know what you're doing. Take off every dick. Your baby trusted. Take off every dick. You know what you're doing. Take off every dick.
Source automatic. It doesn't even work, the chat thing.
All your base, all your
there it is.
Don't belong to us. All your base, all your base, don't belong to us. All your base, all your base, don't belong to us. All your base,
You can just put it in the center.
There you go. Genie loves her love phones. That looks god awful. Look at the picnic thing on the logo there. Yes. Oh, wait a minute. It did my favorite part. It's so fucking gay. It didn't even do my favorite part. For fuck's sake. That one didn't do it either. I hate these things. This is the original.
Set up us the bomb.
My favorite part right here. This is the funniest part. Dude, I hate this fucking thing. I hate everything about this world. I hate it. I hate it all.
Tell.
What the fuck happened?
Well,
this is the 35 one? You don't even do it. Nobody does anything right anymore. Fucking gay. Oh no, here we go. I found it. I found it.
Oh,
I found it. I
here we
found
go.
it. I
Let's
found it.
see.
Much louder too. No, it didn't work. Terrible.
You have no chance to survive, mate. Your time.
Everybody, welcome to Love Phones. Boy, this thing looks fucking awful no matter how I do it. I think I'm just eliminating it. No, there's no way to do this. The reason I'm doing a tribute to All Your Bass is because after years of nagging him, and I mean years of nagging Justin Wang.
Yeah, it was like 6 years or something.
Yeah, I think it was longer than that, actually. I think it was as soon as I met him and realized what he was doing. I was like, oh, you got to do All Your Bass. He's like, yeah, it's in the list, but, maybe in a couple months. Yeah. So he tags me immediately when he puts a video out. If you haven't seen it already, it's the original internet meme. And all that good stuff. So I was like super pumped. I played it at Tommy C's arcade, and it is the meme. They didn't even call it a meme back then. They called it like viral video or cyber slang or some shit like that. Everything was cyber back then, and all that other horse shit. And they people started putting it on, like writing it on things, put it on magazines. Everybody was kind of in the joke, like when ultra mainstream. It was the first like internet thing that went mainstream. So I was like, all these internet historians out there, I was like, wouldn't you do this? And all the videos that have been done on it were crap. And do you ever hate this? You see a YouTuber and he does like some topic you want to do, and all he does is talk about himself. Like, when this happened, I was doing this with my friend and eating hamburgers, and who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck what you were doing? Tell me the story. It'd be one thing if you're like doing a live stream and you like, some side note or something like that. You feel all right now? You should feel old. You're old. You remember that goddamn meme? 2001. There you go. But I remember that. I remember this guy started texting me on. I worked at an overnight ISP. No, I'm gonna do it. And he kept texting me "Zig for great justice," and I was like, "Fuck you, man! What are you talking about?" So So today we have Love Phones. This is when we give advice, help, and exploit the people that call in and talk about.
Are you going to do the shout out?
Their love issues. Oh, and that's another thing. Our friend Kinetic Kel, she had a little issue with the audio. I don't know if it was me or it was her, the way she recorded it. I did an interview. It's still a good interview. It just sounds like I'm on the radio, not on my normal microphone. I hope you check it out. It's right here. Zig for great justice. Get the fuck out of there. Now this one doesn't work. I don't understand. Like, I hate this thing.
Well, maybe you should have taken Girl Score's advice.
I don't know. Probably should do a lot of
things. Maybe it's time to give. Maybe it's time to give XSplit up.
Yeah, maybe. It's just like to go and fucking learn all that shit again. If I'd have found XSplit first, then I don't think it would be a problem. And it wouldn't, I still have all the assets and all that other shit. Yeah. So here we go. It's on. It's working now. So go check it out. It's a pretty good interview. It's about lolcow. And I think she might release the whole interview, but the audio is a little. She's learning. She's a good YouTuber. I think she's got a lot to offer in the future, and I hope you guys check it out. Put it in the chat if you could. I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, I've already done it. I'll do it again.
And I'm waiting to hear Keaton's in there. I am not pulling Keaton. I can't imagine he has a love story or anything like that.
Thought if I had to guess, he's gonna ask about how to sync his Twitch.
Well, I had a whole bit to do that I kind of went over, but I needed AC to do it because I figured, well, you did something you talked about your love life last time, so it's his turn, and I had a bunch of fucking cool, funny things to say, but he was gonna do the show, and then I think he double booked. So I think that's it. So if you guys have anything, feel free. There's not a lot going on that I'm interested in. I guess the robot guy couldn't give a fuck. I hate Brad's taste in music so much I won't cover him. I hate his face. I hate everything about him. I hate the fact that I hate people that can't take criticism or can't laugh at themselves and take themselves too seriously. And that is everything Brad Paisley in music is. And I can't even talk about him. I hate him so much. I don't know him. He's certainly not the worst person on the internet, but I hate Brad Taste in music. I hate him. Oh, God. I saw him. because he's doing this thing, like, because he's like mentally falling apart. I was watching Chud before, and then he's got, he's got listening to music, and it looks like he's gonna pull out a gun and blow his brains out, and he's like listening to really, like Chud put it perfectly. You ever have somebody like play some music for you that came out and they're like just so awesome, and you're like, this sucks, and you have to pretend you fucking can tolerate it. That was like, it was like totally this thing. This is just so great. It's just electronic crap. It's no better than the goddamn fucking Zero Wing soundtrack. In fact, I think the Zero Wing soundtrack was a fuck of a lot better than that. My God, this is gonna be like the worst love phones ever. Only 77 people. Come on, guys. It's the thing. That's why I don't do it, sweetie, because nobody likes it.
Well, they suck then. If they don't like it, they suck. Because you get some of the best stuff here. Like, let me see if I can find an oldie one. Well, it's not oldie, but it's like from a couple months ago. Good.
Dana said, talk to me, I'll be nice to you. I guess I have to start being nice to people, Dana. So don't worry, I'll be nice to you.
Yeah.
Just don't bullshit.
I'm here. I'll rein
Don't bullshit me. Like, don't bullshit me. If I answer a question, answer it. And don't bullshit me, because I'll figure it out. If you watched Love Phones before, I figure it out. When I'm really good at figuring out when people omit shit. And every time they say they're not, they almost always end up admitting it in the call. I've been a great interrogator. So if you want to do it. Get it over with. I have great results.
The first one's always the hardest.
First one's the hardest. Once you get over it, people want to talk about their relationships. People want to talk. I haven't seen Love Phones before. Oh, I yell at everybody for fucking up their lives.
I sent you a clip.
I have to be nice now. No one's doing it. 77 people in here.
If you want to play that, so they know what they're getting into for.
By the way, and it's probably a good time to do it. Only 77 people. Now I changed my mind.
Don't do it.
Yeah, I think I haven't talked to Nick yet, but
don't do it.
You know what? I am doing it. I'm telling you right that I'm going to tell you right now. I'm doing it. And I'm doing it live, so he can't play any games with me, and I don't trust him that he's going to turn the whole thing around on me. So, and he was polite guys, and everything. I'm doing it. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. I could see the reason I'm doing this. I can see how it could be turned on me. All right. Keem sent me a message today. 1 year lolcow anniversary. Gonna have a collector card. I want to put you in to pay homage with you. Same comp that you're working with. I didn't really work with anybody. They asked permission to use my thing, and from what I understand, I'm not in any kind of legal position to say they can't. So I guess I get a piece of the cards. I hardly already sold the cards. I also want to bring on as a guest in year one episode. I am absolutely not doing it. Nothing personal. It's not like it's been maybe year 2 or year 3. I'm not interested in doing it. There's nothing. It just happened, for Christ's sakes. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just be really nice right here so everybody can see this. Thank you for asking, but I'm not interested. But I'm not interested. And I'm not. And it's just not like I give a shit. Like maybe next year or something like that. Okay? Maybe next year. Not this year. He's calling me a scammer last week. I'm going to go on and like, no. And the thing is, if I just say, no, I'm not interested or something like that, he'll go to everybody else and say, you said you didn't want to do it. And then, it's like I'm spitting in the face of the lolcow fans, who I liked and I respect. I was a podcaster, it turned into something else and what have you. So I'm not interested in going on lolcow. It's been too short. It's not like a baited thing where it's been like a couple of years. Because we got back to get better and baited in 2019, 3 years it went by. So there you go. I'm not doing it. I don't want to do it. I'm not interested in doing it. It's not a podcast. It might be funny to do in a couple years from now. The guy tried to keep a lot of money from me. That would have been the difference to get my house or not. So he came real close, and he's called me a scammer ever since. When I put in for a vacation, and he said I could go, and then turn around, and the only reason he gave me the money back, and not to mention this is not the first time he tried to rip me off. He did rip me off with my last check of baited. I remember Clown calling me. He's like, "Look, I tried to get your money. You're not getting it. So there's no reason for me to go on there." It's not like even a let bygones be bygones situation. I'd probably like somebody like I think would I ever do it again? Yeah, sure, I probably would. Maybe I will go on there a year or so. Sure, no problem. He's like the collector card or some shit like that. Like I'm not getting a piece of that, so fuck it. No, and he calls me a scammer and what have you. And it's not like I get my feelings hurt, but I don't think I should be helping people call me a scammer. He tried to scam me and it failed this time because I was smart enough to know how to deal with them. Because I basically didn't do the same thing they did last time, so I'm not. Yeah.
It's that whole fool me once thing.
For all I know, he asked me so he could run to the fans and say he hates you. See, so now you can see that I wrote him, I was respectful, and all that other stuff. So there's really no reason. I'm not interested. No. Nobody came in. It's gonna be a bad show. Bad show.
Well, you can play the
the
clip I sent you.
All right, send me the clip. That's fine.
I already sent it to you.
All right, I'll check that one out. I won't go back. Period. Now, maybe I would for a fucking laugh or ha-has, or it was good for the. It just happened. It's October. It happened in August. Yeah. It was 2 months.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's like literally. It's
not even cool. It's not even like a good move. They're getting their footing and starting something new, and from what I do, it's doing well. From everything I hear, it's doing well. No. I might do it in a while, but I'm not doing it now. That's for fucking damn sure. I'm just not interested. Then what do you got here? There's me and there's you. Do your part as a man. I want it. I want you to fuck me as hard as you possible. I am so turned on right now. This is what I want right now. Do it to me. I want this. Do it now. I'm so hot right now. Right now. Now. This is what I want. Please, now. Who made that? That's too funny.
Fine as a kite.
Oh, yeah.
It's great.
Put the music in the background.
Love the clip.
Probably got claimed for the music. No. That is a funny clip. There's no doubt about it. Nobody's coming in. That's it. Oh, God. Well, all right. Finally got somebody. I was going to say this is the last Love Phones ever.
Yeah. Okay. I saw her comment in chat, and apparently her boyfriend's in a cult.
Oh, good one. Good work. I know why I have you. Rady and Sam, you're on the air. You're on Love Phones. How can Dr. Tommy C and Dr. Genie help you?
Hello? First-time caller, long-time viewer.
I think I've talked to you before, haven't I? I feel like I have.
I don't think so. I've donated before.
So.
I know. I recognize your name. You've been around for a long time, if I remember correctly. So what's your situation?
For a minute, yeah.
What's your situation? How can we help you?
So I have a boyfriend, and I think he's in a cult.
They usually tell you. They usually tell you, although they don't call it a cult. They call it a brotherhood or some religion or what have you. Why would you think he's in a cult?
Because it seems like a cult. He's actually getting back. It's like a religious thing. Hey, buddy. Yeah. It's his church.
20 pounds. Rusky doesn't take so much big ups.
It's a Seventh-day Adventist, so they do like Sunday, or they do church on Saturdays.
They're a hair off a cult. 7 days.
Yeah, I don't know. He gives
I've
money
heard
to
of
the
them.
church, and it's a big thing. It's actually called the Armstrongism, I guess. They had like an apocalypse in the 70s that never happened.
7 days.
So.
7 days.
It's Armstrong 7th day.
Doctrine of His and visible second coming of Christ, and that the Sabbath, the Old Testament. Didn't this organization have a guy that said that the end of the world was coming to Christ, come back, and he died before it was going to happen? He died.
No, I don't think it's that one.
That one. Yeah, I don't
know. He
know.
died in like the 90s. I did like a lot of research on it when I first started dating him.
Yeah.
And I still think it's a cult, but like at this point, I love him. So like I don't know what to do.
Stereo 7-day Adventist is attacked for allegedly holding semi-paganal stereological views. I don't even know what that means. Example: Roger E. Orson said Mormons and 7-day Adventists tend to promote semi-Pelagian and semi-Pelagian Christian.
Pelagianism it's a theological position. Basically, the fall didn't taint human nature, and so humans then, by this divine grace, have free will to achieve their own perfection. That's what it means.
What's wrong with that? I guess. I mean, why is that any crazier than any other fucking belief?
Because the taint was the fall was supposed to taint human nature, and then therefore you don't have free will to achieve human perfection.
Oh, so they don't believe in free will. They think God controls everything.
No.
No.
So, okay, I'm going to read directly from the Wikipedia.
Okay. We got to learn this, Radius, before we can help you.
It's a Christian theological position that holds that the fall did not taint human nature, and that humans by divine grace have free will to achieve human perfection. So they argue that. So they say they hold semi. So I'm assuming that there's some.
So you could really be an Ubermensch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good for them. I think that this progressive. It's hopeful. All right, like, from what I can see here, let's see, like Protestant reformers, some of the writings of Ellen White speak against the Catholic Church. I knew it. They hate Catholics. They all these Protestant groups. You always find the anti-Catholicism somewhere. By the way, I had the Jehovah's Witnesses came to my door. And the German Jehovah's Witnesses are so much better than the American ones. I got a knock on the door, and nobody was here. And I was like, I opened the door, and I said, started speaking. And so I just said in German, "You're speaking too fast. Could you slow it down?" And he says, "You speak English?" And I said, "Yeah, sure. Like, how can I help you?" And he just looks at me, and goes, "Jehovah's Witness?" And I'm like, "Nah." And then he smiled and he shook my hand and walked away. It was like, great. I was like, I just gave a big smile. I was like, "Wrong house, buddy." But that's the second time it happened. The first time it happened, I was living in my own apartment. After my wife had left me about a year at that point. And they didn't even want to talk to me because they didn't speak good enough English. They're like, "No, we give up. We tapped out." But I'm not used to that. They usually hang around. They're a big pain in the ass. And if you tell them you're Catholic, we have this family story. I've seen them when I want to talk to your parents. They won't leave the house. I've seen that where they're just a general pain in the ass. Yeah. But my dad was an infant, and my grandmother had the brilliant idea because she thought they were being honest. Like, "Yeah, we like to talk to you about Jehovah's Witness, what have you." "Oh, we're already Catholic," she said. And the guy, like, supposedly a real funny look came over his face, and he said, and then she's like, "Yeah, thank you. Have a good day." And he put his foot in the door.
Oh my God.
Started screaming at her and how she was going to hell because she's Catholic and all that stuff. And then walked in the house. Had my grandfather, who was probably I don't think he was even 30 at that point, and having known him myself, I think he'd killed him right there and then in Newark. Right? He would have killed him. But he was home, and but apparently, right out of a fucking movie, Lady the Collie came running out, put her head low, and just didn't make a sound and showed her teeth. That's it. She didn't even growl or anything. She just put her head down low and showed her teeth. And if any of you had like a collie, like that they're the most gentle dogs as they come, and that's all it took. And the guy took off. It's a family story.
Oh, that's great.
All right, back to Radiant Sam. I don't think this is a cult. I think this is a probably extremist Christian group. It probably borderlines on a cult. If what I could see, this is a very cursory look. How is this?
Well, it could also be that. Sorry to butt in, but it could also be that they have the name. Just play devil's advocate. They say they're a Seventh-day Adventist church, and they maybe follow most of it, but because there's like that whole thing with Warren Jeffs. Like technically, he's part of the Mormons, but that was a whole different level.
I don't really, you know what a cult is? A small religion. I gotta be honest with you. I really don't. I've kind of taken the Joe Rogan look at this, where it's really not. It's like, they have really crazy beliefs. They think you can have human perfection. That's fucked, ain't it? And it seems nowhere near. It seems way crazier than a virgin birth. It doesn't seem much crazier to me. What's the issue with the church and you and your relationship with your boyfriend, Radiance?
I guess the issue is like, how do I have a future with him if I'm an atheist and he's like
You
really
don't.
into it? And it's just very
You don't.
extreme.
You don't.
You
You don't.
don't?
You don't.
No.
If it depends if it's extreme. Yeah, like here's the thing: people, Jews marry Christians all the time, and they make they make somebody's got to give, But if you're in, this doesn't seem like a group that would give. So, like, let's say a Jew marries a Catholic, right? The rules of the Catholic Church is the kid's got to be Catholic, but he can remain a Jew, no problem, right? But that's their rule. That's it. That's it. So if the married couple agrees, they'll marry him, and as long as they play by the rules, well, I mean, the Catholic Church is not going to do anything if you change your mind. It's not like they can do anything to you. These smaller groups can do more. That's his. If it's a deeply held belief by him, I think you have to play along. And if you cannot,
like crazy rules though, like I don't know.
I know that's it.
Like he doesn't eat pork. He doesn't eat but what is it? Unclean foods or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
If
you want a relationship with him, you're gonna. That doesn't sound like too bad to overcome. You just got. If you want a relationship, then you got to respect that.
Yeah,
you have to. I mean, I don't respect it, but I'm marrying him.
Yeah.
So, and that actually doesn't sound too bad. But then, we get into the situation you're at, like how they treat women. You have to ask yourself, what you're kind of willing to put up with, and what you're willing to give and take. So, that Jewish and Catholic couple gets together and they say, we're going to raise a kid. And the Jewish guy says, okay, I'll go along, but I'm still going to temple and like, no problem. And everybody knows the rules and what have you. Or the Jewish guy says, no, you're converting to Judaism, and the woman converts to Judaism, and they go that way. My grandmother's a Catholic convert. So she flipped teams, and that was the agreement. So you have to probably do the same thing, or decide if you don't want to live it with or not. So it's your views on atheism is completely incompatible from what I can see here. And if you're calling me, that means he's not like a Catholic like my friends. Like me and my wife are mixed religions, right? But we don't we don't go to church, so it doesn't really matter. This sounds like this guy goes to church, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did this happen during your relationship?
No, it's like he grew up that way.
Oh. And how old are you?
It was pretty.
How old are you?
I'm 27.
You're 20. How old is he?
He's 29.
He's 29. And you're an atheist.
Yeah.
I don't want to be too personal here, and you can stop me. I imagine you're American, you grew up like I did, you had sex in high school, maybe had a couple boyfriends. That's so pretty much the normal way. I normal from my perspective anyway. How did you hook up with this guy?
I met him on New Year's last year. His cousin had a thing, and so I met through them. And then we just got talking after New Year's. So.
And I imagine you've slept with him, or have not.
We have, yeah.
We have. Okay, all right, fair enough. That's a big no-go for him, though, right?
Yeah.
See, it means he's willing to bend the rules a little bit. There's some hope right there. Have you sat him down and asked him, like, what do you expect from me? Because I'm not getting involved in this stuff, but I don't care that you are. Like, what's our future? Have you actually sat him down and said, like, well, what's your plans with this? Because I don't mind that you're in this church, but I don't want anything to do with it. Have you had that conversation with him?
Not exactly. Like, I've asked him questions because, like, he doesn't do Halloween or anything like that either. And he says Christmas is pagan and everything. And I'm not religious, but, like, my family is. So, like, I celebrate Christmas, but...
they don't do that. Oh, that's right. It's like that Clint Eastwood movie, A Perfect World. That kid was a 7. He didn't do Halloween or Christmas or anything like that. He's right. It is pagan.
They don't even do Easter, so it's pretty crazy. But
this is this cultural religious marriages and relationships can be very complicated. You don't hear about them as much as you used to, but yeah, like, so you're picturing, I imagine you love this guy. You're picturing being with him, having kids, and you're not allowed to go off on Halloween, and then missing out on that whole thing.
And we've had talks about that sort of stuff, and he's, I don't know, like, he seems like he's willing to change, but he still wants to hold on to it because it's his beliefs. Like, so
can you do something like, how about you guys can go, you could do this, but where the kids are still doing Halloween, type thing. Can you get, because it sounds like you got to make deals in any relationship,
right?
You got have you talked about making deals and what you can sacrifice, what he can sacrifice?
A little bit, but then, like, there's no answers, like, there's no conclusion to it. It's never, we just talk about it, and it's like, well, I don't really know about that one, and then that's all that it is.
Well, how long have you been dating him?
Since New Year's, I guess. So what is
that,
almost 10 months?
Almost a year. You want to marry him?
I don't know.
If he gave you a ring,
marriage to me is weird.
If he got his hands and knees and gave you a ring, would you take it?
Probably.
Yeah, of course. I could walk down the street and marry a bitch. She'd probably be like, "Here, here's a ring. I don't even know you. This is the most crazy." Like, women are so funny with that shit. It's weird. If you've gotten to the stage where you would accept a ring from him, you need to iron the shit out now. And if it doesn't get ironed out, I hate telling. If you've ever watched me on here before, I don't like telling people to break up with their significant others unless this sounds like a real wall. So you gotta get the ground rules, and if you don't get answers, you gotta take them as a no.
Is it bad to just, like, continue to date him even if I know it's not gonna end in marriage or together forever? Does that make me a bad person?
That's up to you. That's up to you. I'm not a religious person. You can do whatever the fuck you like. It sounds like a great way to get your heart broken.
Yeah.
Like, for me, you sound like a guy. Well, I'll just continue to fuck her until she gets sick of me. That's like a guy's way of looking at things. That's kind of the way I see that. But that sounds like, you're just gonna fall deeper in love with the guy, and then you're gonna be like, I'm 29, I'm 30, I'm not married, I have no shot at a kid. Like, you get into that kind of territory, and that's a big deal for chicks. I have a friend, a female friend that, just turned 30, and she said she's getting the call, and the call is a real thing, which is tough to. I'm a guy. I don't get it. And she said she would get physically ill, like her belly hurt when she saw children.
That's crazy.
Yeah. You're not there. You're not there yet. You're not there yet. But it probably will happen. I've heard lesbians admit that to me. Like, I still get it. I just had to overcome it. So you're gonna get that call, and that call in nature for women is so much fucking stronger than it is for guys. Like, they took God or whatever it is, or the force or nature, put all that emotion about bearing children, that whatever that is, and they put it in all guys' dicks. That's the only thing guys get emotional about. I don't know what it is. Women, it's like they got a bigger, like, more important a role. Guys are like, pussy. I mean, it's that simple. Like, wherever that's, like, because you hear about guys doing weird stuff with sex all the time. They'll fuck Hubert. They'll fuck a hole in the wall. I don't know what that is, but it is. Women look at things a little differently, and probably the smarter way to do things is to build something, to bring good people in the world, I guess. I don't fucking know. I did my part. I agree with those college guys. So, it really just comes down to what you're willing to sacrifice and what you're not willing to sacrifice. And if it's incompatible, it's incompatible. It doesn't even matter if you're in love.
Yeah.
So you have some really tough decisions coming up, and I don't envy you at all. But yeah, you can continue to date him because it's easier. But if marriage is what you want, then you probably should start making plans to leave. You don't got to do it today. You don't got it tomorrow. You got to do it the next day. But every day that goes by, And I don't know how fair it is to him not to tell you, like, I am not going along. My kids are going to Halloween. We are having a Christmas tree. I'm going to a Christmas party. You know, it just sounds like, I got to be honest with you, the way you make him sound, he makes it sound like once you get married, he's going to lay down the law. That's what it sounds like to me. And now you're fucked. Now you're stuck.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like to me. Because that's the best reason not to give an answer. I do it to my wife all the time. Yeah, go do this. Yeah, sure. Yeah. I just don't answer. But I want to do something. Everybody does that. And then if I had to guess, he probably has, I'll worry about it later when it comes. And that's not a good position. It's good to iron that stuff out. Now, that's why you date, to find out if you're compatible for the next step. You know, and then I'm sure he's a good guy. He's probably not the worst guy. I think this stuff's religious kooky, but I mean, people have these religions and they have normal fucking good lives. I mean, I don't think he's any worse than anybody else. But you got to find out what your priorities are. You got to bring them to him, and then basically, if there's even one that's like you're not willing to live with, it's probably best you guys move on. Gotcha. And don't turn it into do what I tell you or I'm out, like a lot of women do. Because then he might marry you and then try to pull some shit, or who knows. You're supposed to come to a fucking agreement. An agreement.
Mm-hmm. All right. Thanks for the help. I think, I don't know.
You got, there's not much I can do. You got to, this is all on you. This one's all on you. Because you're not doing anything particularly stupid. There's nothing you're doing that's dumb or ridiculous or anything like that. And it's not like anybody hasn't had this problem before, but you have to decide what's good for you. I mean, he might say, oh, you're an atheist now, but you won't be after being married to me. Who fucking knows? And then, you could submit, but if you do that, then you got to go all religious. Yeah.
Yeah, no.
See, that would be the one thing. Like, I mean, here's another thing too. You let this thing go, and he comes, look, I'm thinking about marrying you, but I need you to start going to church. And you might get that out of nowhere. You need to do this because this is what I want my family and my wife to be, which is not an unreasonable thing to say if that's what he wants. And you got to decide if that's what you want, and then that's where you break up and you go with somebody else. But like I said, I don't envy you because you obviously, if you didn't care about this guy a lot, you wouldn't even be talking to me. But
yeah,
there you go, Sam.
I feel
sorry, go ahead.
And in my ideal situation, he would just become an atheist, and then we could live happily ever after.
Well, that's the way he's thinking about you. So you're basically, so you're both doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing about religion and stuff like that. It's something I completely and totally believe. Everybody's religious. Every single person on it, including you, right? Whatever it is, that itch that needs to be scratched, right? Even atheists fill it with some sort of ritual. Sometimes that ritual can be, I don't know, what Destiny does, or somebody like just worshiping a sports team, which I've seen before, right? They're not religious, but ritual will be fulfilled. You will fulfill it in some way or another. You might not do it through a traditional way or a religious way. It will be fulfilled. He is definitely, and some people need that more than other people, right? Me and you, we probably need it less than most, right? Mm-hmm. But the older I get, Anton LaVey, the guy who invented the Church of Satan, which is a complete and total troll, said that ritual will be fulfilled, and I actually believe that. You will find some kind of ritual, something to be part of, some community. And if that's not the community for you, you need to walk. It's that simple.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not trying to pass judgment on him. And remember, you didn't call in and I didn't say he's a kook, drop him. And I'm not saying that. I'm saying you either got to work with him or don't work with him. There you go. Mm-hmm. All right.
Do you think it's important to deal with that right now, though? I don't know. I feel like
I don't think you should walk in the room and walk out with them. I think you should think about what I said and decide what's the best course of action is.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
no way. You can call back you can call back and ask me, like, how do you want to go about this? But yeah, it's not time to lay down the law. It's time to make deals. And if he won't make a deal, then you know where you stand.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to make deals. Go make some deals. Let me know how it goes.
Okay. Thanks, Tommy. Appreciate it. Love the show.
Love you too. I love you too. Jazz, you're on the air.
D's. What are you talking?
D's. Sorry. Put my glasses on.
Out. We left. You insulted him.
D's. Who the fuck are you trying to leave my show?
He left me.
Bitch, you can't do that. What's the matter with you? Go in my thing and just drop out. Yeah? Well, what? I'm going to ban you for a month if you don't leave.
Am I on?
What are you doing? Huh?
Yo, am I on?
Yeah, you're on. Why stop leaving?
Sorry, I'm a bit of a retard. So
I see that.
Yeah, I'm your. I might be your singular Iranian viewer, Tommy. Fun fact.
No, you're not. I've already talked to other Iranians and Iranian Americans. You might be doing it. Yeah, you'd be surprised. Muslims love my show. Let me guess. You wanna bang a Christian white girl? How can I help you?
No, I still happen to be in Iran, home slice. I'm in a bit of a predicament. So I've recently joined some fucking therapy group type thing, and I've kind of had a crush on one of the girls. She's way the fuck out of my league, so I'm just asking for general, flirting advice and shit like that,
Okay, but there's the thing that you're in Iran, correct? You get a little trouble for this, can't you?
No, we can keep it under wraps.
Okay, all right. So, like, why do you want to? See, the thing is, you can't go right up to her and say, "I'm interested in you," can you?
Exactly.
You can't do that. That's the line.
Yeah.
So you're going to a guy who grew up in New Jersey. How do you send the subtle vibes to a chick from a completely different culture than mine that you're into him without actually saying that? Because if you say that, you're in big trouble. Correct?
Yes. I'll get in trouble mostly for therapy reasons. It's one of the rules. Don't get in contact with the other patients or whatever. Well, she's not a patient. She's actually one of the, one of the therapy types that mainly have joined this fucking thing in order to learn from the master or whatever you would call it. But I digress.
What if you if you were able, what's the best case scenario? Can she be your girlfriend? Because I don't you're gonna get in trouble at work.
No. I think you've heard some shit, Tommy.
Probably.
That's not how.
Probably. I was also in Iraq, and I saw how shit goes down too. So, admittingly, I don't know. I know different Middle Eastern countries.
Let me tell you something.
Okay.
Yeah, I know I'm in some fucking backwards Middle Eastern shit.
I'm not saying that. I didn't say that, but I know the rules are different. So just pardon. How about this? Pardon my ignorance. It's ignorance doesn't mean like I'm stupid. It just means I don't know. So maybe explain it to me, and maybe I can figure something out.
Yeah, look, here in Iran, we're actually very different to the Arabian type countries in the Middle East.
Persians.
We're nothing. Yeah, exactly. We're nothing like Iraq.
Yeah.
We used to be. We kind of used to be what Israel is now.
Mm-hmm. I know. Yeah, when I was a baby. I'm almost 50.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when the revolution. Well, I don't remember the revolution. It was 1980, but I remember the Ayatollah and everything. I remember everything happening.
My dad remembers the fucking revolution, and he also endured the fucking war that Iraq started, and he wanted to go die. Just go get, what do you call it? Become a martyr. Yeah.
Oh, really?
He wanted to fucking become, because they fucking brainwashed.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And back then they didn't have the fucking internet. They didn't have shit. They had the fucking TV and the radio and the Ayatollah pieces of shit.
Well, you can blame all the lefty jerk-offs over here in Europe that supported all the Islamic fundamentalists and hated the Shah. The Shah might have been corrupt, but he definitely wasn't it was a westernized country for a long time. It used to be a big vacation spot for Americans and Europeans, and thanks to all the support of our bright European liberals, it became an Islamic shithole. But that's neither here nor there. How we get you laid, sir?
But yes, we do blame the liberals a lot.
Yeah, good.
We really want to get rid of this regime, and we don't know how to do it. But
you got to kill them. You got to kill them and kill their families. I'm not even joking.
I know that.
That's how you do it. I mean, that's you got to kill like every one of them, and that's the way things roll over there. And it's really sad because like Iran got out of that way of thinking and out of that way of doing things. You know,
yeah, it's fucking sad.
It's terrible. You know, I think my advice to you is to leave the Middle East. Get out of there.
See,
here's what you do: take a vacation to Turkey and then fly to Frankfurt. there's your advice.
See, I'd love to do that, but the thing is, you gotta work over there, and I'm a lazy fuck. All right, let's be real here. Over here, I have parents that are relatively well off. I really don't have a reason. I'm 24, by the way.
Okay. Are you religious?
No, I despise religion.
Oh, okay. I gotta check. What about her?
Oh, she's probably on the same level, yeah. She despises it too. You gotta understand, the vast majority of us are like this now.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I don't have a low opinion of Middle Eastern people, surprisingly enough. I don't.
You should.
Yeah.
You should.
I don't like Islamic extremism and fundamentalists, but I'm not a huge fan of Christian fundamentalists either. It's just that they don't try to kill me. You know, that's the difference.
Yeah. But anyway, let's getting back to getting laid. Yeah.
Well, all right. I'm going to tell you the Western way.
She's a bit out of my fucking league, you know.
Are you funny?
She's a fucking. Yes, I'm. I get a laugh from girls. I do.
Two things that get ugly guys laid more than anything: cocaine and being funny.
I'm not ugly, you know? And she's not that pretty, but she's just so well off. She has. She has a rich family. She's a fucking therapist.
Okay, she's got a lot. Maybe just then. Here's the thing. So the odds are pretty low. She'll accept it because she'll probably have a better opportunities. When I say better opportunities, I mean just the reality is she's well off. I know. All those social realities.
Yeah.
Well, how about let's just go for it. Why don't you start joking around with her and making her? Can you make her laugh?
Yes, I have done so multiple times.
All right,
now.
keep doing it, and then I'm interested in you. Lay it on the line.
All right, I'll see what I can do. I should also say this: about a year ago, her brother got killed in a shootout with
Are they gangsters?
by some fucking some shit like that went down. Actually, exactly.
Is her family gangsters, or was the brother involved in something? Because you don't want to get involved in the gangster
neither. The poor brother was just passing by. He just got gunned down because he happened to be in the fucking area. It's so unlucky.
Sorry to hear that.
It's the most unlucky shit in the world. That's what they need to write on his tombstone. He died of lack of luck. Yes.
Poor bastard.
So she's in grief. So
how long ago this happened?
A year, a bit more than a year.
It's not really your business, though. That's the thing.
Fun fact, by the way, he died one day after my birthday. That's a fun one for the future.
Yeah. Well, don't tell her that. I think you should just keep making her laugh, and then spring us. I got to be honest with you.
All right.
Don't say you're in love. Say I'm kind of interested in you. Just be that.
Fuck no. These
blatant.
types are.
And if it doesn't work, and if she says, so, like, look, I'm sorry, but I'm not interested, and you know where you stand, and then you got to take it like a man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess, but I gotta say this as well. I've only had one relationship before this, and that was mostly online. I mean, I did meet the girl.
So you had none.
Fun fact.
Well, you got to just...
her dad came to the date.
Here's the thing about relationships. Since you don't have all the fucking money and maybe you're not looking like Brad Pitt or anything, you gotta fail before you succeed, And Do you expect to beat the game the first time you put the quarter in or first time you play or something like that? No, you don't.
See, the issue is I get interested in very few women, Tommy. That's an issue for me. These days, all the women in the streets are all fucking plastic, goddamn worthless codes. I rarely get interested in girls
but you know
nowadays.
what? You're not gonna really learn to live and have a long relationship with them unless you have failure. So I think you should be trying. Like, if this doesn't work out, you might want to, I don't know, lower your standard a little bit just to meet somebody. You know, that's another thing too. Like, I didn't want to marry my wife, but I started spending time with her, and I found out I really liked her. The only way you find out if a chick is great is if you spend time with her. You know, and then sometimes it's not the girl you think. All right, so this girl sets off whatever subconscious.
I learned that with my ex.
Yeah. Well, this girl sets off certain subconscious things that make you attracted to her and what have you. A lot of times, that's like the worst indicator of a good partner. So you don't have a lot of experience. You don't have this. So make this an experience. And then maybe start giving other girls a chance. So if you meet that girl, it's probably not going to be this one. I'm going to tell you straight out, right? If you meet that girl, now you have a whole bunch of experience. Now you know how to make them laugh. Now you know what to say because you know all the other failures you've had in the past. And you're a young guy, right? How old are you?
As I said, 24.
You're 24. Yeah, you got to start making.
She's exactly 3 months younger than myself.
Yeah, obviously you're into her. You know way too much about her. You know about her dead brother, for Christ's sakes. You know, I think you got to get out there and you got to take a chance. It's probably not going to work, but who the fuck knows? And if it doesn't,
I've known her for the last 6 months, I believe.
Okay, it's time to make a move. You know, pick up that chess piece, make that move, and hope for the best. And if it doesn't work out, you can't do this thing like, well, so few women I find attracted, and you're looking for the perfect one. And also, girls, you're being a girl. Girls do that. You know, girls do that. Don't do that. Just start looking after. If it doesn't work out with her, start, even if you're not super interested, but she's kind of cute, start talking to them too. You know, like the idea that I've seen girls who've done that to me. I remember the first girl that did it. Her name was Janet Rossi, I think her name was, right? And it just happened when I was like 11. I'm like, boom, something like I was probably just going through puberty and realize it. Like something happens. I'm so into this chick and blah blah blah, and I'm nervous around her and all that other stuff. Yeah, I doxed her. I gave her the real name, Medine. Talking to the chat, sorry. Like that's not usually a good indicator of who makes a good partner. How finding a good partner is experience, and experience comes through failure.
True.
You know, and you have a lot different situation. Like you can't just go out to the bars and shit at night and, meet kids at school. You have a totally different situation. You're not going to have as many opportunities as a Western kid or kid in Europe or the States or Australia or something like that. So you got to take a chance and learn. And you also have to work within your culture, and play by the rules, or at least the rules you break, make sure you're breaking them in a way that's acceptable or that won't get you hung or anything or in trouble or whatever. Or trouble at work too. You mentioned that before. If it's not ethical, you might want to look for a new job. If she hits it off, somebody's going to have to look for a new job,
Look, man, I hate to break it to you, but that's not how shit works around here.
I don't know.
Anymore.
I don't. Maybe it doesn't.
I know,
all right. If you're telling me it's like the West,
what you're describing,
then what are you doing?
What you're describing is from 20 years ago.
I don't know. That's an enemy country of mine. I don't have the highest opinion. I know who runs the country, and also, you're not my only. You're not my only Muslim friend from a Middle Eastern country. I'm
not Muslim. Don't fucking call me that.
Oh, are you not Christian? Are you Christian?
No, I despise Muslims.
You're Muslim. I'm Catholic, whether we like it or not. We'll always be that. No, I don't go to church either, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I still have to work within it. If I were to start dating again, I'd still work within that Christian culture in Europe. I mean, so no, I say go for it, dude. Go for it. Go for it. See what happens. It doesn't work. And don't give up. Like, oh my God, she left and she was the one for me and I know it. No, you don't. You don't know shit. That's your mind.
I didn't say that.
No, if it doesn't work. So let's go for it. You want to meet this girl? Let's go for it. Let's give it a shot and see where it goes. Make her laugh and say, yeah, I'm interested in her. And if it doesn't work, call me back on how to deal with it, I guess. And how to go from there. Because it's going to suck if she says no. And I'm only going by what you're saying. You're saying the odds are kind of low.
Yeah, it is.
And don't.
All right, thanks, Tommy.
And don't throw off a roof if things don't work out. All the best, man. Take care. Bye-bye. No roof throwing, right, Jeannie?
No.
Girls hate
beheading either. No honor killing.
No honor killing. Girls hate that. Guys are throwing around the air.
It's a turn off.
It's a big turn off.
I've been vomiting blood, but I also don't get hose.
What's the matter with you? Huh? Who?
I've been vomiting blood too. But I just said that as a joke.
What do you know? How can I help you?
I have an echo. I'm gonna turn. So.
Oh, you're gonna.
I don't know. I fucking. What's the words? I don't know. I just don't know. Like,
how's your love life
going?
Know.
How's your love life going? What do you want?
So, sorry, I got the word. I don't know how to meet people. Like around here. Like,
where do you live? Where do you live? Give me the background. Give me everything.
Bismarck. So North Dakota. So
there's your problem. Nobody lives there. There's your first fucking problem.
Exactly.
Go ahead. We have to work with the North. Hey, listen, I just did Iran. I can handle North Dakota. All right. You know how to meet people. What, you don't have any homeboys? You don't have any point men? You don't any boys?
I have friends, but I don't know, when we hang out, we just don't. We don't go to
talk about chicks.
I'm 19.
You don't talk about chicks with your 19-year-old buddies.
We do talk about them, but I don't know, we just don't.
You got to tell me, man. I can't help unless you talk. Have you're not old for bars. Are you going to school?
I've graduated, but I do work out of college.
Mm-hmm. See nice girls at work.
So I work at a weird time, right? Where it's kind of after most.
So that's a no. That's a no. You don't see any girls at work.
Yeah.
No. Okay, that's a no. All right. Tell me no. I don't give a fuck what time you work.
Sorry.
I can't go to bars yet. That kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Church groups. Nothing.
That's actually a good idea.
Yeah. I figured North Dakota.
I could start.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really good idea.
Yeah, I'm good at this shit, right? That's why I'm Dr. Tommy C. Yeah, I'm having church groups. Check out some girls over there, you're probably finding out. I noticed, I did this ghost hunting thing for a while. I just wanted to see what it was all about back in the 90s. And I couldn't believe there was, girls my age there, right? And they didn't believe in this shit. They just fucking wanted something to do, join groups, meet people, talk to them.
All right. There are quite a few.
Don't bring all your faggoty lame friends with you either. Only if you can bring one with you, make it one and make him the best looking guy. Yeah. Not as good looking as you. The other thing is appearance does count. Not so much how expensive your clothes are, but the fact that they're well maintained, the fact that you don't fucking smell, be taking showers all the time, just looking neat, having a fucking normal haircut, at very least a normal haircut. Right. What kind of hair you got?
It's just normal, German looking haircut.
What's a German haircut? I don't even know. Fill me in.
Actually, it's kind of similar to yours. It's actually kind of weird how similar they are.
Oh, really? I'm fucking beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah,
well, here's the thing. I'm married, not getting laid, so I don't know. Why can't you be doing a haircut like me?
Yeah.
But whatever. Yeah, you want.
It's really weird how similar they look. It's like that without the beard and mustache.
Okay, so I don't know. Put a little gel in your hair, put it back like I do. I guess not hard, not I don't know, just one of these, like that, something like that. I don't know. and wear nice clothes and go to those fucking groups. And they're your best clothes. Make sure they're maintained. If you got a hole in them, don't take them.
Yeah.
And make sure your socks are fucking same color and your shoes are okay and all that other stuff. And you also, the thing to do is, like, you have something going on, like you're planning on to do something in the future.
All right, so I shouldn't wear a mohawk.
No, no, I don't. Well, this is a lot of bitches with mohawks that are into that type of thing. Then I'd say go for it. You know, I don't know. I'm imagining in North Dakota, there's not too many girls walking around with mohawk, like with spikes in their hair and shit, because it's not 1987 anymore. You know, So yeah, go there to fit in, play along, go to meet people. You know. Not at a church group. Yeah, you're not gonna find somebody like that in a church group or anything like that. And also, like, if it doesn't work out, there's no hot chicks there, they're a pain in the ass. Try another group. Go somewhere else. You know, stuff like that. Go to meet people there.
I heard that North Dakota is statistically the ugliest looking state in terms of people.
Good luck then, sir.
So I fit right in.
Everybody looks the same when their lights are off. That's all I can help you with there. Yeah, you just need experience. But you know how you get experience?
Yeah.
Turning the game on and pressing start. And I think that's a lot of the problems with the guys. And that's the hardest part. But once you play start a few times, don't do anything fucking weird either. Like, don't talk about this show, or unless, like, she happens to be into it, which would be a fucking weird coincidence.
Hey, girl, you like shot from the point?
Don't talk about shot. Don't talk about fucking Overwatch or whatever fucking gay shit you do online. You know? Keep that separate. If she says, "Can I bring a friend?" Yeah, sure. You know, go along with that. But try to say, make it like, you know, can I bring my friend? Something like that, you know. Yeah, talk about Boogie's cancer. She'll love it. Yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah, and then
I could probably do the.
You need to
you probably do like the volunteer at like the museum. Yeah. Like there's like kind of like a group of I could do.
You don't have food stands on your shirt and shit, do you?
Nah.
All right, good. Take care of your clothes. You know, because you're probably not buying. Your mom's probably buying you that shit either. Also, keep your room neat. Don't be a bum. Like, especially if she's coming over, clean the fucking place, right? You know, but you got to get in a position to bring her to be mom at some point or something like that. So, yeah, you want to see the group and go in there and get it. Sounds like when I said that, you know, go to a group, you're like, hey, that's not a bad idea. I didn't think of that. It's probably a good sign, because you're not sitting here saying, no, I can't do this. No, I can't do that. No, I can't do that. Okay, why the fuck did you call me then? So that's pretty good. All right, there you go, Kaiser Soares. All the best.
Yeah, thank you.
Peace. Let's see what is this guy's name? I can't even say.
Bread bin.
The bread bin. Go ahead. You're on the air.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Sure. How can I help you?
Hello?
You're on the air.
So, okay. It's sort of a small problem, I suppose, but there's this girl who I've grown up with who I really quite like, and I've known, you know, most of my life.
Mm-hmm.
And she's never really responded to me in that way, but I can't get her off my mind. You know, I've tried.
How old are you?
I've gone out with.
How old are you?
19.
19. Okay.
19.
All right.
I've gone out with 3 girls to try and forget about her, but all of those relationships are broken down because I like her, basically.
And you have no shot with her.
It's hard. I'm not. I don't know if I'm the best at reading the signs. I mean,
well, what about her? Like, why can't you date her, or try to date her?
I asked. I mean, I haven't really. I know this sounds stupid, but I've never really asked her out. I asked her out in a way a couple of years ago, but that's about it.
Well, and she said what?
I asked her by asking if she wanted to do something with just me, and she responded by saying something like, what was it? It was, no, I don't see you that way. You're just a friend.
You're done. You're done. You're done with her.
Yeah.
Stop being all right. So I'm going to give you some hard shit. You're done. Okay, you got it.
I need to hear it.
Let me tell you something. No, let me tell you something. Girl knows she wants to sleep with you in the first 3 seconds of seeing you.
Right.
And everybody's built that way. They don't even know why. They don't even know why they do it. They do it. right? They know that it's just basically your job to screw it up between the time that they met you to the walk to the bedroom. All right. If they no girl would say this because it would sound like a slut. If they don't see themselves sleeping with you, they're not interested in you. That's it. So basically, what she said to you is, I can't see myself in bed with you. No. So why would you want to date with somebody that would never want to sleep with you? You don't. So we have to move on. And what you really need to hear is you have an obsession problem and you need to get over it and find a getaway with over it. And I'm going to be that clear. I had to be told the same thing. I couldn't get over some fucking girl. And I basically joined the army to get away from everything. So because everything reminded me of her, right? At least you didn't have a relationship with her because you didn't have anything with her. So and let me tell you something, your vision of what it would be like if you guys were together, it's not reality in all likelihood. So it's time to start moving on and put her out of your mind. Now, what I'm telling you to do is a lot easier. It's a lot easier said than done, right? Because that's where 100%. Your emotions are. You're she's marked in your mind. But you have to start telling yourself when you have those feelings, at very least, that they're false feelings and you're being an idiot and being a pussy. So anything you're upset, you have obsession. That's what it is. Now, I don't think you're going over fucking murder or anything. A lot of guys that have obsession just sit there and sulk and mourn and get depressed and piss away years of their life where they could have been dating somebody else. You're talking to somebody who did it when I was about your age, right? So you need to get over upset. Call it what it is, and it's probably clinical obsession. So you got to get over it. And when you have those obsessive thoughts, because when I say obsession, most people think it's something like criminal or creepy or anything like that. Obsession can be a whole group of things, and it might not even enter the realm of creepy. It might be just awkward or just for some reason I just can't get over this chick, or I've convinced myself some romantic story that this is the person for me. And that's most of the time, those feelings, like 99.9% of the time, are bullshit. And they're just byproducts of our sexuality and our love life and stuff like that. They're not necessarily real. Just because something that feels isn't necessarily real. And it's tough to tell yourself that because everything in your body, your makeup, is telling you something else. And we also grow up with these fucking fairy tale stories that really fuck us up in a lot of ways. Like the whole one theory, like this is the one for me. Women buy into that shit a lot because fairy tales thing. And the truth is that's bullshit because arranged marriages on average last longer statistically. So the one theory is horseshit. It's just a feeling. So you have to kind of start saying to yourself, fuck, because you're going to have those feelings. You're going to have that, oh my God, I'm thinking about her. And you're going to say, that's wrong. She's not that one. It would not be the way I thought it would be, the way I envision it. And then you got to start talking to other girls, man. You got to give
see, that's the thing. I've thought about what I actually like about her, and I don't really know. It's just sort of one of those things.
So it's glad you say that. So it's just your mind fucking with you.
Yeah.
You don't know. You don't know what happened. You don't know anything. Yeah, I'm glad you were that honest. I'm glad you were that honest.
I'm too young to think that.
Yeah, no, you're not too young. It's complete. Everything you're going through is like totally normal. There's nothing weird about it.
Okay.
There's nothing weird about what you said to me. Okay. Nothing. There's nothing weird about what you said. Don't be scared off when I said obsession. Right? We all go through that. There's nothing rational about sexuality and relationships. Nothing. It's all feels. Right? The problem is when it's most successful is it's a mix between those emotions and, logically going about things, right? So logically, we know this will never work because that girl does not see you that way. And girls see you that way within the first 3 seconds. And and they almost never go back. I remember I met this guy, his name was Gaskins. And I met him in the Army. And he told me this fucking story, right? And I knew he was fucked as soon as he told me. Because keep in mind, I'm 27 in the Army. Most of these kids are between the ages of 17 and 22, right? So he told me he fell in love with this girl in high school. Always was her best friend, right? And watched her go through one abusive relationship after another. She would always run to him, right? And he just said to himself, I'm going to wait it out. I'm going to wait it out, and I'm going to get this girl one day. I'm going to prove myself and blah, blah, blah. So clearly she didn't have that 3-second situation with him at any time. So she went through enough bad relationships, and about the time they got out of high school, he finally, after about half a decade, won her over, right? The problem was when he finally did it, he had already signed up for the military, right? And she had already signed up. But she assured him that she should have been with him all along, right? And not to worry to finish a military career. And, they would talk about getting together, potentially, married down the road. So now he's like 22, 23, something like that. He goes to basic training. He tells me this story in the barracks, and I'm looking at him. I'm like, you're fucked. She's fucking Jody right now, man. I'm telling you. And my MOS is like really long. It was from January to June, right? That's like college for soldiers, so to speak, for lack of a better word. She didn't make it. She didn't make it to the end of the fucking thing. Wall of shame, bitch. All right. So even if you win that girl, the odds are she's going to break up with you because she doesn't have that initial feeling, that initial irrational fucking feeling. Whatever it is. I want to fuck this guy. I want to blow him. Blah, 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 blah. Nobody knows where that comes from, right? We just know it comes from somewhere. And that's what you have for her. But the problem is they get to pick. This is where women hold all the power. So now we got to start talking about other chicks, man. And going up to them and start recognizing that your feeling about her is irrational. And it is to be not suppressed, but recognized as irrational.
Right.
That's it. And then go from there and start talking to other girls.
There is a slight problem in that I'm around her for another year and I can't really get away. So what do I do about that?
You deal with it like a man. And when you're around her and you get those feelings that they're feelings of obsession and they're not real. It's not that they're real. They're not real feelings, but they're not rational and will never work. There's nothing you could do.
So was it the army that made you get over the person you were obsessed over?
Yeah. Because I didn't see this shit every day. But you don't have that opportunity, I bet.
No.
Yeah, it helped a lot. It helped a lot. Because even when I dated other girls after that, I had long relationships after those other girls, I still thought about her.
Mm-hmm.
I even got engaged to a girl and I still thought about the other girl. And it was the army that finally flushed it.
Do you know what happened to her?
Yeah, she got married, had a bunch of kids.
Okay.
I don't feel that way anymore.
Oh.
I used to. I used to do.
Yeah.
We want to talk about session. I worked a job where I had a computer where I could be on the internet all the time. I checked when she was in college. I checked if she was in groups. I just wanted to see her face, man. Just wanted to see her face. I really fucking fucked up my relationships and myself. And I even asked to see her one last time. And I'm so glad she did me a huge favor. She said no before I left.
Wow.
I'm glad she did. Because I'd still been on that
shit. I haven't done that, man.
Fucking went 10 years, dude. 10 fucking years. All through my late teens and 20s. Because you know why I did her? I did her dirty because I wanted to bang. I wanted to sleep with other girls. I got that. I was like, okay, fine. Let's go back to the girl next door. And she was like, no, man, I'm calling. I moved on. I did her really fucking dirty, and I felt guilty for that. I thought I could make up for it because I went into the dating scene as an adult because we dated like through high school and a little bit afterwards. So then the dating scene can be really ruthless for when you're in your 20s. You get fucked over real quick, and then all of a sudden I wanted, I'll take my girl next door, girlfriend back. No, don't work that way. She moved on. Go watch Chasing Amy, the movie.
All right.
Go watch the movie Chasing Amy and realize there ain't shit you can do. And you ain't the only guy that's gone through.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Tommy. Thank you.
All right. Peace. What do you think, Dr. Jeannie?
I really liked that call. No, I think you handled it well. I know you said at the beginning you didn't want to yell at people, and I think you
nobody's like, what did I tell you before? Like, I'm really good at seeing when people omit shit and they leave stuff out. Nobody's doing that. Everybody's telling me the truth. I think.
Yeah.
And if they're not, fuck you. Who's next?
Okay, so Mammillion's been popping in and out, so he's technically there first if you want to go.
All right, I'll try him first. Mammillion, what do you got? Love phones.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll try to make this kind of quick because I don't know how much time. But there's a I want to ask out one of my coworkers, and I'm not sure if I should ask if she has a boyfriend first or should I just ask her out.
She'll tell you if she has a boyfriend because that's the number one. Because the girls will lie if they have a boyfriend and say no. If she tells you she has a boyfriend, it's just a no. So I don't think it really matters if you ask her if she has a boyfriend. And if she does something crazy like I have a boyfriend, how dare you? Oh, I didn't know. I will find out. I'm really sorry, and won't happen again. And try to look cool doing it. I don't know. Like I honestly thought you're single. I wouldn't have bothered you. I don't disrespect people like that. I would say something. I wouldn't disrespect your boyfriend like that had I known. And say it with authority. So don't act all nervous like oh. Just say, oh, I did not know you had a boyfriend. I would never disrespect somebody. I don't believe in doing that kind of stuff. But you know, I thought you were single, so my mistake, my ignorance, and then walk off like, all right, I'm cool, and then go cry in the fucking, in the bathroom stall and masturbate for all I fucking care. I don't know. Yeah, like, do you want to explore it more? Like, give it a shot. But no, you don't have to ask her if she has a boyfriend. She'll tell you. And by the way, whether you think she's lying or not, who cares? Because boyfriend means no.
Yeah, okay.
Women never tell the truth in this department. You can never trust women to be honest in this particular area. It's impossible for them.
Okay, I'll just ask.
There you go. Just say, hey, like, I'd like to take you out. So, and if she has a boyfriend or I don't know, or I don't know is usually no. I don't know is worth a call, but not if they're never answering the phone or they never get back to you or never answer your text, then just leave it as it is. That's all. All right.
Well, one more thing. Sure. But, I don't really. Well, I'm friendly with her, and I have we say, hey, how are you doing? Like every time I work.
You make her
but
laugh.
I can't really the job.
You make her laugh.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes.
That's a good sign.
My job, it's not really able to talk for very long periods of time. We can't have a long conversation, so I don't really know much about her.
Yeah.
Does that really matter, or should I just go for it?
Well, old school ways. I don't know how kids are nowadays, but old school it didn't matter. I would wait till after work, so you don't have to be around her all day, or as closest to the time when you guys both get out. Mm-hmm. And then, so so if she says no, or if it goes sideways for some reason, if it goes sideways for some reason. Then you don't have to you can go home and you don't have to think about it all day, and she doesn't have to think about it. Because here's the first thing she's going to do, and Jeannie will back me up on this. Once you ask her and she says no, and even if she says yes, she's running all to her. You'll never believe what happened. They all do it, right, Jeannie?
It's either you go running or you internally are shitting yourself. Because that's what happened to me with the guy who was absolutely fucking whack. In 8th grade, because he did a public would you like to be my girlfriend type thing. Brought me flowers, and I panicked and said yes. Yeah. But I did not like him whatsoever. Yeah, and I was like, why the fuck did I do that? It got so bad that I would tell my mom, I'm sick, I can't go to school, because I didn't really want to see him.
Poor bastard.
That was my way of avoiding it for 2 weeks. Yeah. And then I finally got the balls to say no.
Maybe it's usually no. Just remember that.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe it's usually no. Treat maybe like a no. That's what I do. And no means no.
All
right, brother?
Exactly. The panic yes, Miss Stripes.
Yeah. Take care, man. Good luck. Let me know how it goes. Peace. Azul. How can I help you? We're on love phones. Azul?
He needs to unmute his mic.
No, he needs to unmute his mic and talk
to chicks. Sorry.
There you go.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, loud.
Hey, Tom, how are you?
How you doing?
I'm doing great. I wanted to ask, I just moved into a new city in Cardiff, capital of Wales. I was considering...
Take the girl to Wrexham.
I was thinking,
Take the girl to Wrexham. Take the girl to Wrexham game.
Yeah, I was going to say... I just came to uni, and me coming to a new city.
Where you from? Where you from originally? You're not Welsh. Where are you from?
I'm not Welsh. No, I grew up 10 years in the UK. But Romanian. Yeah.
You're Romanian.
Oh.
Romanian. There you go. Those are Eastern European. You want to get those chicks that are in those dark tall, dark, and handsome Eastern European guys. So
Thank
that's
you,
cool.
man.
Yeah, you got a sexy voice too. Sound like Dracula.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Can you go
Nah,
blah, 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 blah? Yeah, he's got a nice voice, right, Chidi?
Yeah, no, I was just saying that because I live with a Romanian guy who's been here for about 10 years as well.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it could be fun.
Yeah.
Do you know his name?
Yeah.
Count Dracula.
I can give you a hint. He sounds like he's American, but he's not.
The name, or you mean his voice?
His voice, because I don't. He'll probably rage.
But you have the accent. You want a little accent. I always tell people, Germans are always trying to get rid of their accents in English. Don't. Especially you. You sound sexy as fuck.
Thank you.
All right. So what's your girl problem?
So I've never had a girlfriend. I'm terrified of, being like a virgin up to like, 30, 40, whatever.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry. It's not a competition. You know what? Here's another thing. Lose that competition mindset, because even if you don't tell girls that, they can smell that shit 6 fucking miles away. It's yes. Yeah. You don't want to be like, oh, I gotta get this done before no, don't look at the world that way. And because once you finally get laid, it's going to be like, why did I worry so much about this shit? Right. So really shut that out of your mind. Surprised you can get some. So you new city, you got to find a homeboy, start going to pubs and act like an Englishman. Get in a bar fight. Yeah. Find like an English homeboy or a Welsh. Welsh are fun, from what I can see.
Yeah.
They're not. They're Irish, but not crazy. They're not. We're not as crazy. What?
They will get picked on though.
The Welsh, they're sheep shaggers.
They're known as they're
sheep shaggers.
Sheep fuckers. Yeah. I don't care where that comes from.
Yeah.
So you got one up on them in there, so sheep fucker. So there you go.
Well, it's just like I tell the other guys: you keep your clothes sharp, keep them neat. If you have a little stain on it, don't get rid of it. And I think the entryway to the opposite sex is kind of through your own. So groups and you're going to school too. You got big plans.
Yeah, I'm just first year of uni doing a media production course, like film, TV.
Oh, because we're in the TV business. All right. Oh, that's interesting.
And to paint a picture, my biggest goal, or my goal, I came to Cardiff, was to find a girlfriend. And I feel like I was being a bit desperate because I got like 3 dating apps on my phone. I tried to go swiping right. Every girl I say, so I match with some. I send a hey, but after that, nothing. No other text.
Probably bots. Most of them are fucking bots.
No, like I look up like the profile. They're on Cardiff. They have like an actual live. But yeah, like they send a hey with an X, like a kiss.
Yeah.
I respond. Nothing else.
Sounds like a bot.
Just,
I bet those big apps have a lot of bots.
Does your uni have like a weeknight or whatever where they have an event where like they throw a themed thing? I don't know how to describe it.
No, I know what you mean. I think weekly we have like a video editing club on Wednesdays, but the closest to that, like a big event, for fun.
Yeah.
I think we have a Halloween event coming up around Halloween. Halloween event for Halloween.
You could use that to kind of scope around.
Hey, when you use those apps and you say something, don't just say, hey, if they allow you more, say, yeah, hey, listen, I saw your profile, it's really interesting. Do not mention her looks on the text app. You could do that in the date and say you look really good, you smell really good, whatever. On the text app, like, look what he's. Oh, I really like this book and blah blah blah. And then I don't know, try to pick a chick that actually has something in common with you. If you don't and you think she's hot, here's what you do. This is the guy cheating. Look up whatever the fuck she's interested in and know something about it. So now you have something to talk about. So when you say, I saw you were really into Overwatch, or some more shit like that. I dig Overwatch too, or I don't know anything about Overwatch. I'm looking to get into it and go buy Overwatch and then give it a shot. I'm just giving you an example or something like that. You're probably not going to meet a good-looking girl that's in Overwatch anyway.
I'll probably find like
Jeannie's,
that's kind of what I did.
You're the only hot gamer chick ever, so like whatever.
Oh, thank you. Well, to be fair, that is kind of what I did. Is he was really into Skyrim, and so I was like, oh, like I really like fantasy stuff, and I would watch him play it. So.
Yeah. Yeah, and he watched your ginormous boobs. That's what he did.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if you know this, but she has like if she ran, she could knock herself cold. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. No, like, I have to take it slow going downstairs. Like genuinely. I may accidentally tip over.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get a surgery probably one day, like my ex-girlfriend did.
What unlikely? Yeah, no.
Do you have a clip of that?
Have you guys seen that comic of like some girl gets a breast reduction surgery and like a guy gets it back like from the girl? Imagine like that's Tommy getting the tits post surgery.
Tits. Massive memories. So no, all right. Talk to them, and what have you. Pick up some. You always want a wingman because girls hate guys that are alone for some reason.
Do you have a clip of that?
Thanks so much for us. Lying, big boobed wrench. What? Mm-hmm. She has big boobs, man. I seen them. She showed them to me.
I think he meant to call me a wench.
A wench? Yeah.
Probably.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you could do that other thing real good. All right, Azul. All the best to you. Good luck.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Let me know how's it goes. What have you?
Of course, yeah, man.
The king of pussy is here right now. His name is Lord Vega. How are you, sir?
I am not the king. I saw man whores were not represented on this show, so I came to get the diversity up.
Hell yeah.
You don't mind, do you? I want to jump in here if it's
sure. I know it's your favorite show. Let's take suicide.
I actually love this show, bro.
I know. I wish more people liked it.
Exactly.
It's been like that forever, right? That's so stupid.
Yeah.
I know. It's my best show. It's my best work. I don't get it either, but whatever. Suicide Solution. Go ahead.
Hello.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I'm glad the council's here. So my situation is, I think this gal, she likes me, but I'm not sure. And I guess I'll tell you how it is. I just got full-time at the paper, and we're looking for freelancers. And I went out to smoke with one of my coworkers, and this lady comes out of her car, and she's like, hey, is that you? And she says my name. And I recognize her, but I didn't remember her name. And we were talking and stuff, and she's looking for work. And I was like, hey, if I get your number, I can tell my publisher, and you can start freelancing and stuff like I did. And we were talking a little bit, and I was talking about how excited I was for the job. And she's like, well, good things happen to good people. And I'm like, I don't want to fumble this, right? I'm like, if she likes me, that's great. But I'm an expert fumbler.
Yeah, it's a pretty good sign. She threw you the ball.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a pretty good sign. I'm guessing. I mean, that's...
Do you have a clip of that?
Yeah, I'm guessing. So, like, so what's the plan? Pilkington Love Phones is great. Thanks so much. Appreciate it. $25. That's very nice of you. All right. So explain the thing to me again. You see a girl. She said something kind of flirtatious to you, and now you want to what? Ask her out?
Yeah, and I don't know how to go about it because she might be like my coworker soon. So it's like, I guess my question to Jeannie and you and
do it now.
Do it now.
Do it now. Do it now.
Okay.
Do it now.
Like right after I get off this call.
Yeah. Well. Can you call her?
I could call her.
If you were to call, no, yeah, I'll give you a second though before you do. If you were to call her, would she think it was a work-related call?
She might.
Do it in person.
Do it in person the next time I see her.
Do it in person. End of the day.
Okay.
Do it in person the end of the day, because if she thinks it's a work-related call, then you're getting into that weird area and stuff like that. Oh, I thought I was taking a call. I thought he had something to tell me about work. Next thing you know, he's asking me out. If you ask her out, like, look, I'm really interested in you, and if you like to go such and such, have a plan to whatever the fuck you're going to do. Don't have no plan. Have a plan already mapped out. And yes is yes, maybe's no, and no is no. Go ahead, Vega.
Right.
Well, I was just going to say what you kind of tapped on it right there, where it's, you're saying like, oh, should I ask her out? Like you're jumping there.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, the whole thing went down. You offered her, right? She was in need of a job. You offered her, hey, you can freelance, you can do this. That's how the relationship started. That's where you're at, right? Good things happen to good people ain't flirting. So you know what I mean? It's just it's a throwaway line as a thank you. So if you don't do it, just don't get disappointed, because
it depends on how she said it, Vega.
Yeah. I'm great at taking rejection. I'm the king of getting rejected.
There you go.
Vega,
and also, dude,
it depends on how she says it.
Yeah, I was about to say, if she was giving you like the fuck me eyes and she's like, good things happen to good people.
She kind of did that. She kind of smiled.
That's the vibe I'm getting.
For it, bro.
Yeah, she'll probably say yes. I feel good about this one. I think she's going to say yes. I'd never say that.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. Because I've been trying to get back into the dating world.
If she doesn't, she doesn't.
Yeah.
And go to the next one and don't get down on yourself. You know,
I try not to, Tommy, but it's so hard.
It's not easy. Love Phones Lover donated. Thanks you. Hashtag Love Phones Live Matter. No, but you got to. It's where you're getting the experience. You know, and on who to ask, when to ask. I have a good feeling about this one. I think she's been waiting for you. That's my gut feeling on this. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's just the whole like she knew my name and we hadn't talked in years. And
ask her. I'm feeling good about this one. I'm feeling good.
Okay.
Go for
All right.
it.
Well,
if it doesn't work out, you got the signal mixed up and I got the signal mixed up. So if she's like, she doesn't have to even give you a fuck me eye. She has to just say it cutesy. If she said it kind of cutie, then that's probably a good sign too. You know?
Hey, homie, you guys got mutual friends?
Not real. I mean, we went to college together, I think. Like she remembers me, but I hardly remember her. And that's kind of the problem, right? Is I don't want her to think that I forgot her, but I kind of fucking did.
Don't even worry about that shit. That don't matter. Listen, you leave that kind of shit. This is my opinion. Okay? Yeah. Tommy's the married one. He's a successful one. My opinion. You leave that kind of shit to the chicks, bro.
Yeah.
All that.
Probably good advice.
You let them worry about the emotional crazies to let them get all wound up about shit, bro. Yeah. You need to just focus. Do your thing, bro.
So there you go.
Well, I guess in closing, it's like, do I call her? Because I don't know when I'm going to see her again.
I don't know if call her. Oh, you know you're going to see her again?
I don't know. I don't know if she's going to get. I don't know if my publisher is going to talk to her or not, or when I'll be able to see her. I mean, I'm in the office pretty. You know what I mean? Everything's up in the fucking air right now.
How about this, dog? That's perfect, because you just call her and be like, hey, Judge, you give a call to the publisher? Or did my publisher call you? I try to get in contact with him. He ain't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
You have a reason to hit her up.
Yeah, but if he says
if you call her out of the blue.
You know what? If he says that, is he get tied up with the, if I date you, I get the job type of situation, whether he has the power or not?
I don't want that at all.
Yeah, that's what he's worried about the call.
Yes, the imbalance of power, so to speak.
You know what you need to do? You got to find out if she's going to get the job or not.
So I need to hound my publisher, and I need to be like, you need to give her this fucking job.
I think so. We all don't look like Vega.
You guys are saying, what the fuck?
Look. When you're good looking like you, right? You could get away with stuff. Like, here's the thing about chicks. Like, no one is saying, oh my God, that guy Vega sexually harassed me. They're like, oh, I love the fact that guy sexually harassed me. That's what guys like us.
Okay.
And like, if
normal
some women, normal, not Adonis looking motherfuckers that have great artists and great talent in art and fucking are like known badasses and killers, right? We have to like find another way. So like when we ask a girl out and she doesn't like it, she might take it personal.
Okay.
Right.
You know? All right. Fair enough.
That's true.
I can't say anything about that.
Yeah. So that's what he's worried about. Yeah, I would hound him. For sure, for shizzle. And then you can call her after she knows she's not getting the job. Don't act like you know anything. You don't know. I don't know. Are you getting it? Play stupid. Don't act like you know anything. If she says anything like, "Can you help me get?" No, I can't. I don't have that kind of ability at all. Even if you do,
right?
Because you don't want to put yourself in that position. That's your job. That's more important than her. You know.
Oh, absolutely.
Right now it is. Anyway.
Absolutely.
Right now it is.
That's why the waters are muddied.
If you're gonna start weaving some webs here, right? If you're gonna try to pressure homeboy to give her the job, remember everything that you're saying and doing. This ain't just about love and hitting on chick. None of that shit. Everything you're saying and doing is on the record for whoever you're talking to. So when you go and you're like, hey, you got to give this girl a job, this and this and this, and he's like, all right, I'll give her a shot. Now you got two ties. That is on record. So you better be cool with that guy forever. Because if something happens, that dude's gonna be like, yeah, this guy was fucking on my ass. Is he married? Does he have kids? Is he gonna like her when he sees her? You know what I mean?
Well, actually, my boss is a woman that's married. So
is she gonna like her when she sees her?
Well, I don't know. Maybe. That's
gotta make some moves. But be as discreet as possible. Verse says, Tommy's mental character of Vega always cracks me up. You better watch your ass, Vega. Mental character? I don't get it. What do you mean? What does he mean by that?
Well,
no, he's talking about
the whole sexual harass thing, like what you said.
No, Tommy. No, it's a thing where it's funny. I don't take it personal.
What?
But it's funny because you'll be like, damn, Vega, some of us have to have a personality. And I'm like, I don't have a personality. What the fuck
you do? No, yeah. I named the other thing. I said the art and the other shit too. So it's not like
I know.
Yeah,
but it's funny when you say it because it's hilarious.
You got the total pack. You don't got. I'm sorry. You didn't have to work as hard as I did. So I had to be fucking funny. All right. So fuck you. Fuck you and all the other jocks.
Crack wise.
Fuck the jocks. I hate the jocks. They get all the chicks. They like all the assholes. I don't like competing against you. There you go. All right. Thanks for the call, Suicide Solution. And by the way, don't problem. Show her your fucking online name. Have a nice day. Bye. Wither Entertainment. I don't know what the fuck your name is. What up? What's up? How can I help you?
Entertainment. Yeah, hi. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Yeah, it's Wintertainment. Yo, hey Tommy. First of all, Baited is my favorite podcast of all time.
I don't care. What's your fucking love problem? It's not that good. Fuck off.
Right.
Yeah.
It is. Okay, so I'm 23. I live in Oslo, and I kind of want to find a wife at this point.
Really? Do you have a job?
Yeah. Not right now.
Nope. Then it's completely out of the motherfucking monkey ass question.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna get married tomorrow, but I want to meet her.
Well, you're talking like that. Well, then you should be looking for chicks. You'd be looking at a date. That's not in your peripheral. That's not in your future. You're in the now, and you got to be starting to date first before you can even think about that. Because ain't no girl gonna marry you without a stable income, and it's just that simple.
You need to have prospects, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So,
but like, I want to meet her, but I obviously don't want to get married like tomorrow. Like I'm talking years from now, but I wanna meet the right person.
Do you want to increase your chance of meeting the right person?
Yeah, like if
get a fucking job.
Well, I had a job, but I went back to school because I want to get a better
okay,
job.
you go to school. Okay. What are you going to school for?
Writing.
Oh boy. What are you writing?
Creative writing?
Yeah, like script writing and stuff.
Oh, it's even worse.
Oh.
So, well, you're in the right place to school, but anybody that wants to get married isn't going to want it because that is not the most stable fucking job unless you're in the entertainment industry. Are you writing in English or Norwegian?
Well, I guess I could do both, but it's way easier to publish something here.
Okay. All right, I'm just
actually way easier. Like,
it's gonna make money in English. You're gonna make money, and they only speak Norwegian in Norway. What are you gonna?
That's true.
No. True. So I watch it. Like if you're like a German pop star, there's like 3 countries they listen to you. It's only about. It's not even 100 million people. You know. So
yeah, well,
you're limited right off the bat. Your fucking language, nobody even knows what your language sounds like. You know, nobody ever says that guy sounds Norwegian. No, they say they sound French or Spanish or Italian. They don't even know what you sound like. It's like you can tell them you were from outer space. They believe you. You know.
Right. I do want to mention though, like this education, it unlocks other jobs than just writing a script or whatever. So
sure.
Yeah,
we'll get to work on that. I think you should stick to college girls and not worry.
I'm about to say, aren't you going to college? What's the problem there?
He's talking about marriage right off the fucking bat. Fuck that shit.
You tripping, bro.
Yeah, man. You want to get? How many other girls have you dated? How many long-term relationships have you had?
Like serious long-term ones?
Yeah,
like 3?
Serious.
3? You ain't got, man. You good? What the fuck?
All right, you're right. Stick to what you're doing, and you're going to school for this shit and whatever the fuck you're doing. Stick with what you're doing. Don't be thinking about marriage now. That's not a good idea.
Like.
It's okay to aspire for it. That's like the dream. One day I'll get married and I'll have a family. Thanks for the advice. Sorry for the start of the call was asked last, but it's all right, Kaiser. Thanks so much. Appreciate the donation. No,
hey, Tommy, I just have a question though. Like, I'm obviously pretty young still, but like, did you ever get to a point where you were like, yeah, I want to get married sometime soon?
No.
Am I starting to run out of time?
No, not at all. I wanted to
How
get.
old were you when you
when
met
I got
your
married? I started. I don't know. All I wanted was I was trying not to get married, avoiding it at all costs. And then here's what started happening as I got to my late 20s. Less girls wanted to sleep with me because I'd made comments stupidly about not wanting to get married. So I started realizing, wait a minute, I'm limiting the field here. That's what happened. So eventually, I got forced into it like everybody else. I mean, what the fuck out of here?
That's crazy. The opposite happened.
Circumstances in society. Now you know what got me into it, because I dated a girl with a kid, and she was a terrible mother, and I was like, I can actually do this. And then marriage didn't seem so scary. That's what happened to me. But that's not exactly. That was a weird situation. That's not going to happen to you. You need to date. You need more experience with women. You need to make the mistakes, so when you have a fucking problem in your relationship, you know how to deal with it. You know, because you're gonna have problems. That's a motherfucking monkey ass guarantee. You know.
Find a Puerto Rican.
Do you think it'll just sort of happen eventually?
No,
even if I
it's
don't
work.
like.
That's work. That's the biggest lie we tell our children. That no, it's work. All this shit's work unless you're Vega.
What the fuck, bro?
Well, I guess I'll try to be Vega.
No, good luck.
That's actually good advice.
How many motherfuckers you kill in Norway? Nobody. Get the fuck out of here. No, you ain't Vega. Vega's like, no, man, you got to work with what they give you. You're like a gamer geek. You're watching Shot from the Point. Get the fuck out of here. I know where you're coming from. You know, like, come on now. So here's what you should do. It's just, start going around school and asking them and tell them what you're doing in your future, and always say you got big plans, whether you have big plans or not.
Oh, I do.
Okay, that sounds good. Yeah, keep doing. Don't worry about getting married and stuff like that. You need to be stable before you do that, because it's not like, even if you trick a fucking girl to get married to you when you got nothing going on and can't make the nest, you're just gonna get divorced anyway. So you got to make that, because money is the single biggest reason for divorce. It's not alcoholism. It's just money.
Well, yeah, I think I should date somebody like at least like 4 to 5 years before.
Yeah, it'll happen so naturally. You're gonna start realizing she's gonna force you into it subtly, subconsciously. Yeah,
you don't know that. That's like women.
They make you marry them.
Yeah.
They don't come out, marry me or else. Some of them do. Black girls do.
What, black girls?
You like what black girls will do that?
Like, you piqued his interest. He's like, wait a minute, black girls.
You like what?
My ex was black.
Speed run, there you go.
Oh, really? Well, go for her long enough. Don't give her a ring or any fucking chance of she's gonna be like, you gonna put a ring on it? I'm out of here, bitch. White boy, Norwegian.
Unfortunately, there aren't too many black women in Norway.
Yeah, I know. That's why they're probably yeah. It's tons of white guys throwing themselves at them. They're dime a dozen.
But there are some, and I'm gonna get them.
Yeah. Good luck with that, motherfucker.
I like this guy.
Good luck, mein Freund. But yeah, don't worry about that stuff. Get your life together. Make sure you can take care of yourself in this world before you start taking care of other people and people that aren't here yet. That's really the most important thing. That's like real shit. That's not me being Tommy C. That's the truth. Build your life. You're young. You got a lot going on. Whatever. Maybe you'll be a big screenwriter. Maybe you'll write a script for a video game. Maybe it'll lead to something else, like you said. But you got to build that part of your life, and then kind of dating on the side to learn what it's all about. That's the truth.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, brother. Take care. I like to get some
care.
Norwegian pussy, man. Those chicks are fucking fine up there in the north. I'll take that.
Work on your own shit, my man.
Yeah.
When you become successful, women fly and fall from the fucking sky, my guy.
Well, I don't want him to date me because I'm successful.
Who gives a shit? Don't worry about that. You sound like a woman. I don't want to be like this because I have big tits. So what? Lose all that shit. You don't know nothing about women yet. What the fuck you're making demands.
Wait, did he just argue against it? What did you say? The success what?
Well, yeah, I'm making demands.
Women run this. This is one area where women dominate. They're in charge. You got to play by their fucking rules. That's it. So that's you go. Get your own life together. I don't want her to love me because of my look. Get the fuck out of here. Any reason she loves you and you love her back, that's enough. Any reason. It's hard enough. It's hard for people to get along, man. It's really, really hard. Your parents still together? Are your parents still together?
Yeah, they got divorced when I was 2. So.
Yeah, exactly. So now you know how hard it is. They couldn't even do it.
Hey, right. my man, any woman that's worth her fucking salt at any point in time, because you're sitting here being all googly-eyed and shit, right? I want to get married. That's great. I don't know if this is your time of the month that you're bleeding and shit, getting all over emotional. Here's the thing. Every woman at some point, when she's with you, she's going to be like, is this dude going to be able to afford fucking this? Is he going to be able to afford?
That's the way it works.
There is no woman that they're young. Those types of women that are like, oh, I love him. I don't care if he doesn't have any money.
Yeah,
bro,
now you
the older
don't.
you that don't matter, bro.
Yeah,
that
it always happens. That's the rules. It's not even like I'm not saying all women are gold diggers either. I'm just saying they have to bring the babies
that's
in the world.
standard.
Yeah, they have to bring the babies in the world. The baby has to be somewhere. So we don't talk about that when we date and stuff like that, but it's in the subconscious of their fucking minds, and it's what keeps the world right. Right? That's they're the gatekeepers. Right? They have to do that. Otherwise, everybody's be growing up and fucking kids all over the place. Nobody's gonna have a house. You know?
Yeah, sure. I don't think money's gonna be a problem, really.
Yeah, don't hate them for that. Don't hate. There are gold digging bitches out there. I mean, there's an epidemic of gold digging whores, according to Bill Barr, and he's right. But
there's
you know
hoflation.
There is. There's hoflation.
My man.
It's hoflation.
Agreed.
So there is out there, but it's not unfair to women to say, is this guy going to be able to keep his shit together and pay that fucking rent? Yeah, that's fair. That's a fair thing. That's not like he's a gold digger. That's life, and they're doing the right thing. You know?
I don't know who's saying they're gold diggers. That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, I know a lot of guys. She didn't like me because I don't have any money. Yeah, she didn't like you because you got nothing going on. You live with your fucking parents. You smell. You don't fucking and you're lucky she fucked you in the first place. There you go.
At least I built it with my parents, though. I bought an apartment already.
That's good. You're probably halfway there. You don't even know it. You're not as bad as you. Oh, God.
Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt, but you're saying, how old did you say you were?
23.
Okay, you're 23. You got your own place. Don't brag about that. You should have been out the house anyway, right? So it's like, I'm my own place. Yeah. And it's like, so that's how what I'm doing coming out of my mouth is what women think.
Yeah.
They'll talk all the shit they want to your face because, they don't want a confrontation.
Oh, you brag about it. It's like, oh, do you live with your parents? No, I got my own place. There you go. That's it. That's
you guys clearly haven't been to Oslo and seen how expensive it is.
Yeah, I know. It's just, well,
yeah, but you're not. No one's gonna give a fuck, bro.
I don't.
You're the motherfucker that wanted to write scripts, not me. I want money.
Yeah, you go.
Oh, your choice, not mine, sir.
Most people my age don't
I'm
really
an artist.
Place,
You know what I wanted when I was in here? I wanted pussy and a good time. That's what I wanted. And the only thing I could do, because it's not like I look like Brad Pitt, is make him laugh, and that's it. All right.
Right. Thank you.
You all the best. Take care. Ratoli, you're on the air.
Hey, Tommy, Jeannie, big fan. I'll give you a quick backstory. So I'm 26, and I did graduate college for cybersecurity, but over the past few years, I've been struggling to keep consistent, income.
Employment, yeah.
So I've been dating this girl for 7 years, living with her for 6, right?
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay.
And we've always had a super close relationship. Like she's never judged me for like if my looks were slacking, if I was having a rough day, whatever. She always was like super.
She sounds like a girlfriend.
That kind of stuff.
It's not a friend. It's a girlfriend.
Yeah, exactly. Like I said, we were dating, girlfriend, boyfriend for 7 years.
Okay.
And living together for 6 of them.
Sure.
So I'll fast forward. I'll cut out a lot of the meat, right? So this January, February, I start noticing like, hey, things are kind of weird between us now. So I snooped a bit in March. I found out that for the past year, she was selling pics to this other guy because I was not working, and we had like a cat bill.
Yeah, because it got sick, right?
Yeah, it had it had some appendix thing, I think.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
So things have been really tense between us for the past 10 months because I looked through, like, she let me look through the whole chat logs, and like if it was like she went and she just kind of was just trying to like get, like a side man, like obviously I think I'm smart enough that I would just cut that shit out, but from everything that I've read, like I'm pretty confident that it was just a monetary thing.
Yeah.
And the guy in question was a friend of hers that had always kind of been weird around her. Like I always kind of.
So he basically said to her, "I'll give you $50 if you send me a picture of your titties or some shit like that." Like, what was going on?
Yeah, it was basically like that. It was going on for about a year though. And I mean, from 10 months on, I am pretty confident that she's remorseful about it. She's like, she basically let me set up every type of, I can see her DMs if I want. I can track where she goes if I want. Like, she let me do all that stuff, which I've just kind of said, like, I don't
You don't want to
I
do
don't
that.
need all that stuff. Yeah, I just want,
You want her.
Fidelity,
Too late.
This is it's too late. You don't have it.
But I was just wondering,
what
do you think there's any world that like works out?
It definitely got a lot tougher. It definitely got a lot tougher.
I know.
Is it something we're gonna be talking about 20 years from now with the kids in the front yard? Like, remember that time I sold a fucking titty pic to fucking fix the cat? Yeah, I suppose that's possible. How likely do you think it is?
Gosh, dude. I mean,
7 years, bro.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it kind of puts a different light on like all the memories, and that's the thing that I'm like trying to grapple with. And it's also like, I think I got a good enough head on my shoulders where if this was like, and maybe this is like the kind of thing that every guy says, but if it was any other girl, I think that I would just be able to just walk past it and be like, no.
Yeah, sure, I get that.
That's a straw too far,
I feel you, for sure.
But
yeah,
I mean,
she kind of cheated on you, man. I mean, in a way.
Yeah, that's the way that
she didn't kind of. She did, bro. She did.
Okay. She didn't blow the guy.
Dude, she accepted money to send. Honestly, it really don't matter what the reason would be. Did she have a conversation with you?
No.
I've had so
you discovered it, right?
About this.
You just but she's come clean. She came clean. He said she came clean.
Yeah, but she approached you.
No, I found it because I noticed she was acting weird.
Yeah.
So what do you think, bro? I think you have all the answers. You don't think? Tommy, am I crazy? Because
no, I think what he's asking us to tell us what she's thinking, and that's kind of impossible. He's hoping, he's praying to God this is an isolated incident. And here's the truth is, I couldn't tell you. I don't know. I can't read this situation. I don't know enough about her. I hate to break it to you. It sounds like you need to bring in more money and find a way to do it and quick. If you want to keep her. But even if you don't keep her, it's in general. If it doesn't work out, you ain't the only motherfucker in this world that went somebody 7 years and thought you were going to get married. It didn't work out. You're not the only guy.
Trust me, I know. It happened with my dad.
Yeah, it happened.
Also, before anybody starts looking down on the chick too, you as a man to do with the dick, you should have been making enough money for her not to do that, period.
No, fuck. That's awful.
You don't think so?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I suppose you could say that, but I don't see the point. I don't see the point in putting him down.
I'm not putting you down. I'm saying you got the mission. You need to be going after that mission, right?
Yeah. Well, he definitely needs to be doing that. But I mean, it's already we're talking about whether he stays or goes. That's really what this is about.
Well, here's the facts then. The facts are you discovered this, did you not? You said you did. So the woman has been doing, or your girl has been doing this for a year, selling pictures to a guy that you guys mutually know, or she's been known. That's always been a creep. That's a fact.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she didn't creep around going other places, but she never told you that. You got the money for the cat. Did it take a year to make that money for the cat?
No, because the thing was, she was getting a lot of money from this guy, and then she started like spending it on just stuff that made her happy or whatever. And then I was kind of questioning her at one point in the previous year. I was like, where are you getting the money from? Because she was getting like anime figures and stuff, and those aren't cheap, Oh boy. And I was like, I started seeing all these packages show up with all these anime figures, and I'm like, where are you getting the money for this? Because she works, but she didn't really make a lot.
Hey,
know?
Jeannie, is he still into her?
Yeah.
Is she still into him? Is he?
I don't. I mean, all I care about, honestly, did the cat survive?
Oh, shut up, Jeannie.
The cat's fine.
Dude, my next point was your first mistake was having.
That's what I would have done. I'd have ate that cat in front of her. I'd have fried that bitch through the microphone and said, "Yeah, great the operation. You want a piece, bitch?" That's what I'd have done.
I would have kicked that motherfucker out the window.
Yeah, yeah. You really need surgery.
Hey, that's what chat wanted to know. That's all they cared about. So
fuck that cat. Fuck
that cat. Cat lives matter.
No, that cat. Fuck that cat. Yeah. So what do you guys live together?
So since it happened, we've been staying apart because like my initial reaction when I found out was, I think rightfully so, I was completely just outraged because
I imagine
you should be. Yeah.
Hold on. Let me hear him out. Let me hear him out. Go ahead. I want to hear him.
I just flipped out and I was like, I can't live with you right now. Like, you gotta go. You know. So.
Yeah, like, well, you don't really have much of a relationship left, from what I can see.
Yeah, for the past 10 months, we've kind of just been like.
10? You've been out of there for 10 months? You've been out of there for 10 months?
Or 7 months, my bad.
You guys,
it was 10 months.
You're
that
done.
I, like,
you're done.
noticed.
You're done. Start moving on. Get over it.
Dude, she's already doing. Dude, what do you think she's been doing this whole time?
Stop doing that to him. We know, Vega.
No, because that's the thing.
You gotta say it out loud, my man.
She gave me control of like all of her devices and shit to try and like make.
We gotta start.
That
fuck all that shit, man. We gotta start making plans for you. Fuck all this other bullshit, right? I don't think there's much there. Even if it was an isolated incident, this is 10 months away from each other. You guys are supposed to be in a committed relationship. It's the farthest thing. I think it's time to move on. I think it's time.
Yeah, and I mean that's definitely something I consider. I guess I was just wondering, like, if you thought there was any way, because
it really comes down to what you're struggling with. Is it an isolated thing? And the other thing is, you've been gone to. If it was isolated, you've been back already. Well, no. Let me rephrase that. If this had any chance of working out again, you would have been back already and already forgave her and started working in that direction.
Yeah.
Your relationship has been finished for months. And for whatever reason, you guys have decided to do what you're doing because it's easier than facing reality. And the reality is, it's time to say, go up to her and say, it's like, I don't know what we're doing. I really care about you, but I think it's time for both of us to move on and break that fucking link, man, and move on. And that's it. And then you got your whole future ahead of you, and that's the girl you went the first part of your 20s with. I don't think there's much there. I'm not going to sit there and fucking go on about her. I mean, to most people that are listening, they're hearing what you're saying, and like Vega, and what she did is just irredeemable, right? You're probably called me because if I had to guess, I'm always looking for a way to be redeemed. If you would have called me a week after this happened, what I would have told you is, all right, stay away for a month, start working again, and I guess make sure it doesn't happen again. But you're always going to have this, and you're going to have to decide whether to forgive her or not, right? But we have this on top of not being together for months. So It's over. It's done. It's been done. So none of you guys had the courage to do this the right way, which is meet somewhere, break it off, the final hug, and say goodbye, and don't cry, don't be a bitch, and cry at home in front of nobody.
Hop in the tub.
and do what you got to do. Get a hooker. I don't know. It usually makes me feel better.
I'm not gonna be mean. I promise. I'm not gonna be mean, bro.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Ask yourself. I ask myself the same question, right? If I'm with a chick or anything, whether I just met her, months, years, don't matter. Is this the type of woman that I can be proud to call my wife, introduce her to my family, everybody? And also, would I see her as a mother of my children? She's already sold pictures to dudes of her tits for money. You've already said the amount of time that she's been doing it. The cat's been fixed. She bought anime figures. Like, what was your savings account looking like? You know what I mean? She didn't come to you at least and be like, look, I saved $50,000.
I got to be honest.
We're having a different conversation now, right?
More than likely, you guys been together way so long. She's probably seen other guys this whole time.
Yeah. There's a lot of lies there, big dog, Yeah.
She worked from home, so I would be very, very surprised, unless it was like, DMs type shit that I never saw. Yeah. But like, she was always basically around me because, I mean, I'm
not for the last 7 months.
Sometimes I had jobs.
Not for the last 7 months.
But that also happened online. That also happened.
Yeah, I know, but I mean, it's like, it's the lie, it's what she did, and the fact that you guys haven't been together. I think the only reason this relationship is still together is because both of you are not strong enough to do what's right. And that's
been 7 years.
And when you break up with her, if you break up with her, I'm not telling you to do it, but I can't give you any other, like in this situation, I really can't give you anything else. You don't have to go like all hateful and shit. It's just you want a chance to see other people and build the rest. You don't want to sit around the 7 months, 8 months. These are months out of your 20s. You only get a few of them.
Yeah.
And this is the time to meet people. So when you're just waiting for this thing, and I am really sorry that she did you dirty like that. I don't care that you weren't making enough money or not. She still made a promise. She broke it. So, if you were to get married, and let's say you get that job, right? And if something happens to you, you get disabled, you lose your job, you can't trust her. And that's when you need a woman the most.
Yeah.
When something crazy happens, you get paralyzed, you lose a leg, something like that, that she's not going to be there. This is what she does when she gets a little frightened and wants the finer things in like Funko Pops or whatever the fuck she want,
Man said the finer things in life.
Yeah.
Nice.
I want to say, I know you guys are worried that I'm like just completely like, oh please, like
I don't see it that way. I don't see it that way at all. I'm telling you to move on. Sitting around with a relationship for 7 months over a situation like this and no fucking real communication after you've been living together for 7 years, I'm just telling you, you're wasting your time. And not like, I guess because I'm like halfway around the track now, and I realize I probably won't be alive in another 30 years. I'm looking at guys like you and young. You don't have much time to do this shit. You got to get on it. So and you probably got to start pulling in more money. But my thing is like, if you have more money, this kind of shit is more avoidable. But she still made the promise, and you know what? This goes back to what I said a couple calls before. You guys were good for years when you weren't killing it, right? And eventually, this is why money is so important to hold a family together. Eventually, she gave you that room, and then until she didn't. And she doesn't anymore. So it's kind of done. I would break up with her, but I would also break up with her like a fucking human being and say, you're a great girl, and I will treasure our time together, but I think it's time for just be honest with each other and both move on. There's nothing left. And that's what I would do. I'm not telling you to do that. If you can if you get your fucking life together, and if you get your job, and you can just hope this was an isolated thing, which it probably wasn't, because she was buying other shit besides the cat stuff. Like, how expensive would that be? $500 at the most, then I think, and then I'm not even touching on, she broke your trust. Yeah. That's what Vegas more. She broke your trust. Like, Vegas, like, she broke her, and that's fine. Like, she broke her trust. I'm trying to I realize not everything's like cut and dry and binary, but Vegas is not wrong either. It's kind of like, what do you do? And then my thing is looking at it as a middle-aged guy. If something happens to you, let's say you get this shit and you get your life together, you have kids, and something happens to you, like you're fucked up, and you need somebody to take care of you, because that's what marriage is really about. If you go down, she's supposed to step up. She clearly won't do it.
Or she will. It's just gonna be with somebody else. Yeah. What do you mean, babe? I gotta pay the bills.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Come on,
direct porn from a wheelchair.
Hey, look, man. You probably ain't laughing, but it's fucking. Look, man.
You ain't laughing. I'm laughing.
Look, my man. 7 years with a chick. That's a long time, man.
That's a long time. And I'm sorry. And I'm sorry about that, man. That sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks. I mean,
it is what it is.
Yeah, exactly. Look, I lost my wife. I was totally blindsided by the whole thing. I loved her to death, and she wasn't even the woman I married, She was faking to be something because she knew I was stupid and she thought she could suck money out of my parents.
Yeah.
So that shit happens. I could sit there and bitch about it, but I didn't bitch about it. I just stayed here and fought for my daughter, and I didn't give a shit that she broke my little fifis. I let the chicks in my 20s do that, and I learned better, and when they do that, I'm prepared for it. I was able to deal. I didn't worry when my wife left. I wasn't worried about me or my feelings, because I knew I could fucking get another wife. I knew I could do this. I just worried about my daughter. That's the only thing that's the only thing she had over me. So it's just like, I didn't that really sucks. She lost her wife. She doesn't love you anymore, and she probably never did. So what? Plenty of fish in the sea, and that was with a wife. And you know why I was like that? Because I got fucked so many times in my 20s. I had those long relationships,
And then look at also what Tommy's saying as well is you're in a situation where you guys don't have kids, right?
No,
you guys don't have kids. You guys aren't married, buddy. You're a regular dude. You know what I mean? This is like an opportunity for you to actually go find the one that won't do that. Oh, here's I'll give you a hint of a wifey. The way I picture it, Tommy, maybe you might disagree. Tell me if I'm on one, Jeannie.
Okay.
If this was a scenario and my cat was sick, I would imagine, this is in my brain, right? My fantasy land, that my wifey will walk in, she would sit down, and she would say, listen, we don't have a lot of money in the bank. How do we solve this problem?
That was, he's right. 100%.
Yeah.
And
that sounds like my wife.
She didn't do that. And that's a really good point. She didn't do that's what you're supposed to do, right? You know, I look, I don't make much money doing this, right? But I don't speak German, so she my wife comes in here and says, look, it's not enough coming in. Guess what? I'm getting to work. I'm doing something.
Yeah.
You know, that's the way I see it.
And that was the thing was like after it.
You thought she was going to do it like a normal person, and she didn't. Now you know.
Well, I had talked to her.
She sent her titties to some motherfucker on Discord, dog.
If you knew that you needed this, like you could have talked to me, you know. And she went off on this whole thing, like, oh, I didn't think you would help. I didn't this and that, and you know.
I didn't think you would understand. I'd have ate that cat right in front of her, right in front of her whole family.
Also, big dog. Listen, we're saying 7 years. That's the ties. Also, women, after 7 years, they know everything about you.
Yeah.
So what do you think? She knows if she flips out or does anything like that.
She probably would have flipped out.
So she probably knows exactly how to handle the situation.
I don't really believe her, to be honest. I don't believe her story.
What, her story? No, what I'm saying is, I agree with you, right? That's
I don't believe her story.
Her story about
because she kept doing it after to get the answers.
I don't buy her story at all.
I read the chat logs, so like I'm pretty confident about.
Yeah, but you don't know how she.
Well, that's great, dog.
No. I'm saying she. Oh, I'm sure that's all true. I'm saying that's why I gave you a glimmer of hope. But the thing is, I don't know if she's telling you the truth about how she feels. That's not in the chat logs.
Oh,
and that's really important, you know.
Dude, also, here's a different perspective for you, right? For you, you're like, I can check up on her. I see what she's doing and this and that. Dude, are you her man, or are you her fucking manager?
Well, that's the thing. Like, I don't check up on her. She just gave me all these things, and I'm like, I guess it's a little comforting, but I just want to see if this is possible. And like, my whole thing about it afterwards is like, I've slowly been talking to her less and less and trying to work things out less and less. Cause like, you know, like I said, I'm capable of
probably waiting for you to break up with her.
I mean, that could be. I've just been trying to see like, cause one, I guess, line of thought that I thought is like, would you guys accept being cheated on if it meant like
no,
not without kids.
Became,
kids,
like,
with kids,
possible?
yeah, maybe. Kids, maybe I would.
Oh, but you don't even need to finish the sentence. The answer is no.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But see, I've been married, so yeah, I could go through if it meant my children, I'd be in a loveless marriage, sure.
I wouldn't.
Because
I'd take her to court
you're a
or
stronger man than me.
take her to court. No, you don't take her to court. Take you to court, motherfucker.
Listen. I can't say.
This is one area I got you beat in. You know.
I can't say what I want to say on the internet, so I'm gonna take her to court for my kids.
Yeah, good luck.
That's
man.
what I'm gonna tell her.
I mean, you could hope this is isolated, but it's probably not. That's the Tommy C advice you get.
Do what you want to do, bro, but just remember the consequences of your actions.
Just don't kill her. Don't kill her. Don't fucking and don't. Really
now listen, we ain't really haven't really discussed that as an option.
No. All right, I'm joking.
I'm
joking.
joking.
All right. Don't do nothing to her. Just break up with her like a human being, like a man.
You sound like a good dude, man.
Yeah, you sound like a good dude.
Hey, well,
and you know what? I'll even go this far. She's probably not the worst chick in the world, you know. But she's not. She's no. I'm not gonna go for it. Here's what she is. She's
Lorena
weak.
Bobbitt?
She's weak, and you don't want a weak wife.
I mean, yeah, I can't even disagree with that. Like, I'll give a little bit of backstory, I guess. I'll make it very quick. She kind of came up from a broken place, so I kind of give her I don't want to say I give her lenience, but like I kind of that's like
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if she grew up in fucking. Girl, you know? It doesn't matter if she grew up in Mogadishu and dodged fucking bullets. You know, it doesn't really. It doesn't really matter. She's gonna make a good wife or she's not. You know, it's like my relationship with Bobax, right? I realize that a lot of the things that he's done to himself, done to other people, is based on his autism, which is beyond his control. But it doesn't matter. He's still doing the shit. You know, so he's got to go. You know, that's kind of what happened. Same thing with, I have no doubt in my mind, pedophiles can't control themselves, and it's not 100% within their abilities to stop. Don't matter, got to lock them up. That's the way. And with her, same fucking thing. Not that she's a pedophile, but it's really the same. She's weak. She's not going to make a good fucking wife. Not to you.
Anyway.
Like
I said, I wasn't trying to make excuses for her. It's just like when I said like.
You were trying to you were looking to see if I saw some hope here, and it's very thin.
No,
I'm going to be the most generous out of both of them, out of anybody.
It was like when I had said that if it was any other girl, I was just saying like that was part of what played into it, you know.
Whatever.
Because like if it was just someone who just had like a perfect life and then they
you'd have walked. I get it.
Then it's like. Yeah.
I mean, I think a lot of people could be really judgmental. It's like, well, I would have done this. And I don't know what it's like to be in your shoes. I don't have those emotions. I don't have a wealth of experience and memories with these girls. That's why I didn't fucking say get the fuck out of here right off the bat, just for that reason. So, but now I don't care about that as much as like, what are you gonna do? And like, what is your future? And like when somebody calls here, like I'm not a doctor. This is all a fucking gag. I think about them. I don't care about their partners all that much. I'm dealing with them.
Yeah.
You know, so with you, it's just like I don't see any good ending. And she's probably not the worst person in the world, but she's not a good. Even if she is, she needs to go. And even if she isn't, she didn't show courage under fire, man.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I've already kind of been coming to the conclusion that I just should.
I know.
Move on because
that's why you called. I know.
Yeah.
Man, dude, I gotta tell you though that when you first told the story, man, you got me a little choked up for the cat.
Fuck that cat! Oh, fucking.
I mean, isn't that like the YouTuber?
She came from a broken home, guys. What?
I was saying, like, now that you think about it, it's kind of like the YouTuber apology thing. Oh, the animal, the sob story.
Yeah. I would say, dude, it's gonna be funny one day, just not right now, right? But it's gonna be funny.
I mean, hey, life is a joke.
I'll tell you the point. That it's the whole story is the punchline right there. It's like, hey, dog, I was dating this girl, and then our cat got sick. You know how she made the money? She sent titties to some fucking dude, and then she charged him. It's like, damn, man, that's crazy for the cat. Yeah, we love that cat. Damn, man. Yeah. So what happened? It's like, well, we broke up. Why? She bought some fucking Gokunoro shit with the fucking money, man. You're doing it for a year.
All right, I'll let you go. We're gonna end this night.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for talking to me.
All right. Good luck, man. Show, you seem like a good guy, man.
Thank you.
And you know what? Here's the best part. I think you're gonna be fine. I think everything's gonna work. Yeah, I do.
Good people, man.
Things are gonna work. Things are gonna work out.
Make sure you get that cat.
Yeah. Fuck that cat.
Oh no, she already took it, to be honest.
I had tied firecrackers that bitch's tail, some shit. All right, talk to you later. Bye bye.
Yeah.
Fucking people and their fucking pets. My wife called me yesterday. Did you let Buddy sleep out after midnight last night? Yeah, she's a motherfucking cat. she's built for this shit. And she didn't call when I called her, so I went to bed. Fuck her.
Dude, cats suck, bro.
I like my cat. You know, I sleep with my cat. You know, I sleep with my cat every night. You know.
Do you?
I sleep with my cat when I'm back.
I fall asleep like with her in my arms or stuff all the time.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Isn't
that crazy?
But she, like my cat will sometimes like just burrow in between.
Yeah, but she's
legs,
still a cat.
So.
She's just a fucking cat. She's not a person. You know what
I mean? I know my cat's not a person, but he's my baby.
No, he's...
Dude, if I had a cat, that motherfucker got sick, bitch, she's going to the trash.
Cats lick their own ass. Yeah, I can't take them seriously.
I know some women that eat ass apparently.
Yeah, it's gonna eat their own ass. That'd be something. Yeah, you know what? That's wifey. That one.
I'm impressed.
You know,
we're gonna have to buy some extra toothpaste, but we're good.
I think it's time to do all the fucking shit I'm supposed to do. Let's do the tens first. We got some. We got a Rusky Dusky. Big ups, man. Thanks so much. Appreciate you. I do. I appreciate you. And you guys usually come up pretty good with these. When I'm doing these streams, we don't get a lot of people. I love doing this stream, and a lot of people. I'm a cult character, a cult figure in the internet, and this is even more fucking niche. I'm a niche figure on there, and this is niche for niche. So,
dude, this show's sick, bro.
I always thought so. I'm fucking good at it too. Fuck that shit. Pilkington, $25. Love Phones is great. Love Phones Lovers says $25. Love Phones is great. Kaiser Source said 15. Thanks for the advice time. Sorry for the advice. Don't you worry about it, sir. Verse said, desire to be taken seriously, but you haven't earned it yet. Okay, I'm sorry.
That's good. Yeah. Tattoo that on your head. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was 3 days ago. Well, I don't fucking know.
What the fuck?
Fuck if
You're going 3 days ago. Okay.
I don't know. Well, thank you, Verse. I don't remember reading that the last time, so I probably should have. I'm a bad person. What can I tell you? Thank you, Verse. Let's do, if you are a $10 or more Patreon, you don't have to be. You can give me fucking $7, I don't know, or whatever. I don't even know what you can do on there. But it helps support the show. Ain't much more to it than that. And here we go. I think I'm done for the night. I think I need some sleep. Or that or a beer. Mavsy, Little Manly, Oatbag, Mrixon, number one Family Guy, Abby Blackburn, Ashley B, Billion Bones, Blue Jacket, Cody Grill, Final Flash, Kinetic Kel. Check out the Kinetic Kel interview. Please, please, please check it out. Latchkey Goth Boy, Nesquik, Not Your Typical Mom, Panic Pun, Rental Views, Taylor D, Tommy C's Cat, Trippy Savage, Genie, and Picklington. There's the guarantees. Guarantees for 10 on Patreon. I'm fucking done.
Tommy, you saved lives today. I'm proud of you.
I'm sure I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. I hope that girl sends me some pictures. I fucking sent her $20.
Yes, that was great.
Yeah. Good night, everybody. Have a good one. See you Monday. Oh, tomorrow I might have a nice little piece of content. I can't decide whether I'm going to premiere it or not. It's like an hour long, so look out. You probably haven't seen it yet. Talk to you later. Bye.
Yeah. Shoot me your number.